on a phone that was not very smart enough.
Peace of mind included. Now that's...
When you fill out a preferred versus a non... New Jersey or Arkansas. Other restrictions and limitations apply.
Indeed knows finding the right hire takes time away from your business.
Hiring a qualified data engineer felt like a second job.
More job seekers use Indeed than any other site, so there's no better place to find someone with the skills you're looking for.
I needed someone with a master's in computer science and database experience.
Plus, Indeed screener questions help you find your shortlist fast.
Now I'm back to having just one job.
See why more than 3 million companies worldwide use Indeed to hire. Post your job at Indeed.com/hire. Indeed, the world's #1 job site. Source.com score total visits.
Live from the Town Square Media Weather Center, here's a look at your forecast for Friday, October 19th. 30% chance of rain expected for the rest of the afternoon. We'll drop down to about 55 degrees. Very small chance of rain for Saturday morning. Mostly cloudy with a high of 67. Should start clearing up just a little bit for Saturday night. No rain chances as of yet. Rain chances return to the forecast on Sunday. A 20% chance we'll see a high of 63 degrees. And that's a look at your forecast. Don't forget, you can always get more weather updates on our website now.
You're listening to Abilene's #1 for New Country, Keen 105.
This is the last time I'll ever call you back. Now your memory drowns the whiskey, turning me on.
We are Keen 105.
Green lighted up when I hear you say my name. Yeah, you know just how to start. You shine, and I just can't wait to get you out tonight. Yeah, you know how bad I want it. You ride the Chevy like a Cadillac. Roll that one stop light, no looking back. Wherever we're going, gotta get there fast. I'm talking red hot, wet kiss falling off your lips. I'm talking red hot, red dress hanging on your hips. I'm talking backseat heartbeat pounding in my chest. I'm seeing red, I'm seeing red. Can't get you out of my head, girl. Can't get you out of my head. The way you color up my world, I'm seeing red. Just outside of town. Bring a bottle if you wanna. That moon ain't gonna tell on me and you. Just say the word and we're gonna ride this Chevy like a Cadillac. Roll that one stop light, no looking back. Wherever we're going, gotta get there fast. I'm talking red hot, wet kiss falling off your lips. I'm talking red hot, red dress hanging on your hips. I'm talking backseat heartbeat pounding in my chest. I'm seeing red, I'm seeing red. Can't get you out of my head, girl. Can't get you out of my head. The way you color up my world, I'm seeing red. You out of my head, girl. Can't get you out of my head. The way you color up my world, I'm seeing red. I'm seeing red. I'm seeing red.
Abilene's #1 for New Country, Keen 105. This is their 16th #1 in just 6 years' time. Florida Georgia line, Simple on Keen 105.
You ready for Bulldog football? Here we go.
You ready to get
Wylie Bulldog football. Powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keen 105.
Welcome into the AIM Bank pregame show here on Keen 105. AIM Bank, hometown service, big bank convenience, proud to support the community and proud to cheer on your Wylie Bulldogs as we get you ready for homecoming 2018 between the Wylie Bulldogs and the Wichita Falls High, or Old High, as some people call them, Coyotes or Coyotes, depending on who you are. I'll say Coyote. I'm sure, Bill, you'll say Coyote because, that's just the way you are. Well, it's always been Coyotes. Well, it's Coyote if you there's not any Coyotes. You're a hick in Lubbock. There's where you're from. There's Coyotes down here. No, there's Coyotes. No, there's Coyotes in the cartoon. Yeah. Well, Levi, what do you say, Levi? Is it Coyote or Coyote? Coyote? Well, you're also a hick. Jordan, we're going to bring Jordan from the Reporter News. Coyote or Coyote? Coyote. The non-hick, more intelligent guys in the room. Wichita Falls Coyotes. They've always been the Wichita Falls Coyotes. What do they say? Coyotes. You sure? Yes, I'm positive. All right. Can I just call them? I've got an aunt. There I go by. I've got a cousin that didn't go to school there, and she knows. And we already know what Brian would call them. Brian's going to call them Coyotes. Yeah, because, so it seems like the room is split 50-50 here. Want to weigh in? Coyote or Coyote? Coyote? Pretty intelligent, non-hick talking people. I'll say Coyote. I did look it up, Bill, just for the record. I looked it up online, and it didn't help us any. It said either one is acceptable. Did it really? It really did. I was like, well, that doesn't help. So, all right, Coyotes, is that what you want me to say tonight? I don't think we're going to offend anyone because I doubt anyone from Wichita Falls are going to be listening to us tonight. No, but it sure is fun to try to figure out. This is the dilemma, Yeah. Wylie Coyote, they don't call him Wylie Coyote. No, but it's because it's a cartoon. They're trying to make it. But he's the most famous Coyote in history. It rhymes with Wylie Coyote. Wylie Coyote doesn't sound right. Well, since we're Wylie, can we just call them the Coyotes tonight? Go ahead. That's who we're playing tonight. And Wylie desperately needing a win, obviously. This is an important game here tonight, and I know Jordan in his article this week. I guess you couldn't get Coach Jennifer say the must win. You wouldn't get him. He would never say that. But you said it, and I think we pretty much agree, right? I think it's a playoff game as far as that goes. I saw a lot of guys coming through. It's parent night, so the guys were walking through without their helmets on, and a lot of them had war paint on their face. I don't know if that generally doesn't usually score a lot of points having that on your face, but it might give you an indication of how serious they're taking this game. Yeah, and when's the last time we saw them in purple uniform, purple jerseys and black pants? Well, they only one time. Yeah, so they don't do that a lot. So obviously, it doesn't matter if you want to call it a must-win or you just want to call it extremely important or a playoff, whatever it is. This team is 0-6, and they need to win tonight, and they're going to be up against an opponent this evening that has not had a spectacular season, but they do have some weapons on offense, and I know that's a little bit of a concern. They do. They like to sling it around. That's why I was kind of hoping this rain would stick around a little bit longer, at least give us that advantage. That's their main. We've run up against a few teams here lately that have just pounded the ball at us on the ground. That's all they've needed to do, and the Wichita Falls Coyotes like to put it in the air. Yeah, I think they're good at it. Yeah, we were kind of watching there the pregame. Anthony Vargas, their quarterback, warming up. Looks like he has a plenty strong arm and was slinging around down there in pregame warm-ups. He's somebody that I'm sure we're going to have to kind of keep him in check tonight. Yep, got a couple of favorite receivers that he goes to, and Wichita Falls it's still just kind of freaky to me that Wylie is playing Wichita Falls high school. Of course, yeah. Because when I was in high school, my sophomore year in high school, this team we're playing tonight won the largest classification of football in Texas, state championship. And that's back when 5A was just one division. It was just one division. 5A. So they were the best team in the state of Texas. Yeah, that's right. We are in 5A Division II here tonight against your Wylie Bulldogs. When you take a look at this team, Bill, one of the things that Coach Sandifer keeps talking about is how hard they're working in practice, how consistently they're performing in practice, and they just really haven't really been able to take it out on the field. You know, I take a look back at a couple of games. What was it? That second game of the season where, we just marched it down the field and looked absolutely, almost perfect on offense, and really. Those two drives, is that who this team really is? Or are these other drives we've seen where they go deep and then, have a procedure penalty or something like that? Which team is it? I would tend to think that it's really that other team. We just haven't seen it enough.
No, I think you're right. It's just we know what they're capable of, and we've seen them play some pretty good defense at times. Our biggest problem, and Coach Sanford even said it in one of his articles, is that we're typically beat speed-wise and size-wise. And not talking about the other teams, he said this Wylie team doesn't have the speed that a lot of his prior teams have had. And for him to come out and say something like that is unusual.
Yeah, no, it really is. And we did see some speed last week. Zero George pulled up number 4. I asked him this past week if we might see the ball in George's hands a little bit more, and he said, it's highly likely. So will we see some wrinkles offensively that might include a few more carries by Jazeera George? That remains to be seen here in about 22 minutes. So that is something that Wylie is going to have to deal with, because once again, you're going to be outsized on the offensive line. Wylie with one of their smallest offensive defensive lines, and maybe the smallest I can remember in our 20 years of covering the team. So they're going to have to continue to find ways to do things just maybe a little bit differently than what they've done in the past.
And he takes this personally a little bit. He's got an ego just like every other coach does and every other person about what they do for a living. It hurts him, but I promise you his biggest concern is he feels like he's letting these kids down. He's watched them work hard ever since they were in the 7th grade, and doesn't want them to have this kind of season, and it hurts him for that and his whole staff. But for that reason, as much as it does for him personally.
Yeah, opportunity to get in the postseason is still in front of the Wylie Bulldogs. So, obviously the loss to Ryder last week was not good, but the opportunity to get the postseason play for, I think it would be the 24th straight year, is still in front of this team. And it starts tonight here with Homecoming 2018 and getting a victory against Old Hyde in front of a homecoming crowd here tonight. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get Coach Sanford's thoughts on the Wichita Falls High Coyotes when we continue on with our AIM Bank pregame show here on Keen 105.
At AIM Bank, we know your time matters. That's why we offer hometown service paired with big bank convenience. I'm Gary Galbraith, Market President for Abilene. At AIM Bank, you'll get quick loan decisions and convenient tools like our mobile banking app. When you open an account with us, you'll get free access to time-saving solutions, including mobile check deposit and over 600 ATMs right here in Texas. AIM Bank, hometown service, big bank convenience. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Maverick Saw Cutting and Cord Drilling is a proud sponsor of WYLIE Athletics. Maverick Saw Cutting and Cord Drilling will save you time and money with the latest technology, including concrete cutting, live wire and rebar detection, structural analysis in real time, precision wall cutting, and cord drilling from standard concrete to highly abrasive concrete. Maverick Saw Cutting and Cord Drilling, 325-788-7777, or go to mavericksawcutting.com. Go Bulldogs! Betty Rose's Little Brisket has gotten bigger. 2 new locations for full-service dining, daily lunch specials, and a happy hour that begins daily at 4 p.m. with additional appetizers. Plus live music twice a week on the Triple B porch at each location. The newest location, 3934 Cat Claw Drive, even has a full bar. And the best food made from scratch is at Betty Rose's. Betty Rose's, 2588 East Lake Road, and now 3934 Cat Claw Drive.
Now, back to the Wylie Bulldogs pregame show on Keen 105.
Welcome back into the AIM Bank pregame show here on Keen 105 as we get you ready for Homecoming 2018 between Wichita Falls High and your Wylie Bulldogs, as the Bulldogs try to get to their first win on the season. And, well, Bill, when you think about as long as we've been together doing these games, I don't know, we're maybe pushing 300 games overall to have a season going into our 7th game and looking for our first win is about as abnormal and unusual as anything you could expect.
No, sure didn't see it coming. And, I knew we didn't have a lot of returners from last year, but we had some good guys, and I really would have never thought that moving up. I really don't think it has anything to do with moving up. I don't either. I mean, we played two of our former district opponents in Brownwood and Stephenville. Yeah. And they both thumped us pretty hard. So that just tells you if we were down in the same district with them, we'd be looking at third place at best.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely true. Big important game here tonight, obviously, with playoff implications. And I know this is only the second district game. To be thinking about playoff implications may sound a little crazy, but you certainly don't want to be losing to Wichita Falls tonight. No disrespect to them, but as you take a look at this district and you see the likes of Lubbock Cooper still ahead of us, which most people would regard as the top team in the district. That's what Coach Sandifer said right there. They're number 5 ranked team. Yeah, he said so on his radio show. You look at Wichita Falls High, you think, okay, they're going to be, a couple of those teams down towards the bottom. So winning a game against them is going to be extremely important if you want to get into the postseason, because you're still looking ahead at a couple opponents that haven't lost. Canyon Randall beat Wichita Falls last week, so you're looking, that's who we play next week. Then you have Lubbock Cooper. So it's a really, really important game here tonight. Let's find out what Coach Sandifer thinks about Wichita Falls High. It's this week's edition of the Skating Place Scouting Report.
Coach, first of all, it's homecoming week. Wichita Falls High coming to town. Let's start off just talking about homecoming. I know it's a special week every year for your program.
Well, I think it's a great thing. It's you can look at it one of two ways. You can say, it's the biggest distraction in the world. Or you can embrace it and have fun with it, and hopefully your kids understand the importance of the game. So we try to embrace that and let the kids enjoy the homecoming. And we've got tradition. We have a lot of proud alumni, and they like coming back. So we make it a big deal this week, letting our kids that are playing on the 2018 season know they're not the first ones that have ever worn those jerseys. So we want them to understand the importance of carrying on a good tradition. And, this year's no exception. I don't care what your record is. We've got 4 district games left. They still have it in front of us to get a playoff spot. So this week's as big or bigger than any we've had before. And homecoming is always a special time at Wylie High.
Yeah, and it's just going to be good to be back home. And you started the season with 3 home games, but now it feels like we've been on the road forever.
Yeah, we have. We've been gone. We've been gone, open date, and 3 out-of-town games, and a crazy schedule. But it is nice to know that we have 4 games left, 2 at home, 2 away, and kind of get on a regular routine and get a chance to play at Bulldog Stadium.
Yeah, I know this week there's stuff I'm sure going on every day when it comes to, spirit stuff at the school, and I'm sure there's all sorts of decorations going on. It's a lot of stuff that goes into homecoming, isn't there?
Well, it does. I always tell the joke about, you tell the players, make sure you don't trip on your homecoming mom, the streamers, make sure you do your job. But we do that. We make it a big deal. We introduce our players and student trainers along with their families before the game. It's something that I always feel is a special deal for our kids. Homecoming halftime's a little longer, so we generally are finished. I get them back on the field. I want them to see the homecoming presentation. It's part of the game. A lot of coaches say it's a distraction, and I don't believe it. I think if you have the pride and for your school and you can keep it in perspective, it can give you that added boost. Traditionally, we play very well at homecoming, and I'm looking for another week of that this year.
Yeah, a week of rain, and so it's supposed to be nice Friday, so that'll be good. Everybody's going to want to get out.
Well, I guess so. I mean, if it stays if it's 40 degrees and raining all week, everybody will want to get out Friday.
All right, there's a football game Friday night, so we'll talk about that. Wichita Falls High, also 0-1 in district, coming off a game. They lost to Canyon Randall there last week, 31-14. From what I read, turned it over 8 times.
8 times.
Don't you wish they'd have saved some of those for this Friday?
No kidding. That's what I was thinking. Lost 2 on kickoff returns. Now, they did have 1 pick last play of the game, last play of the half. So, but 4 others, that 8 turnovers, you got to be really good to overcome that. And just a crazy night for them, a Thursday night game at Canyon, and just a tough night for them. They were in the game, really, till the very end in a situation where you give it up 8 times.
Well, I wish they would have saved some of those for this week. I guess everybody refers to Wichita Falls High as Old High. Is that Old High? Old High,
yeah.
So Old High rolling into town. Tell us what Old High is doing offensively and defensively.
Well, one thing, offensively, they've got a very, very talented quarterback and throw the football and throw throw some deeper routes, not all just quick screen game, or not to say there's anything wrong with that, but he can throw that, but he can throw the ball, up the field. So we'll have to be really good in the secondary, and obviously the absolute best pass coverage is a great rush, putting pressure on him. So, we really haven't played anybody that throws it that much vertically. So we'll have to really work on that this week during the week. They've had a couple of injuries at running back, but I think they're getting them back. But last week they used a third running back that's very good, a lot of speed. So another deal in district, you notice a little bit more speed than what we played some. They've got a receiver that's 5'6" that can run a hole in the wind, and he can really get up the field. And they got a guy on the other side, 6'2", that is big and physical, and he can go get it. So lots of speed for them on the field. Defensively, give you a couple multiple looks, 3-3 stack, and then a 4-2 look. So last week, primarily 4-2 against Randall. Randall ran the football majority of the time. 3-3 a lot if they see a passing team. So we'll probably see a little bit of both of those.
When a team can stretch the field vertically with a vertical passing game, what sort of challenges does that pose to you guys? Because at the high school level, you don't see it a ton. Seems like everything's short, 15 yards or less at the high school level for the most part. But when somebody can stretch it vertically, what kind of challenges does that pose?
Well, obviously, if you can't run with the guy, you better give some cushion, or you better, anticipate and get back deep. One thing about it, if you are throwing it deep, sometimes the quarterback's got to hold it a little bit longer, so maybe we can get back there and pressure him some. So the biggest thing for me that I think poses a problem is we can't let their quarterback sit back there and hold the ball and then throw it, because it's going to be hard for us to cover them that long. If we get some pressure where he has to give it up a little bit quicker, then it's definitely advantageous for us.
All right, Coach, keys to Wichita Falls High this week. Homecoming, obviously, a lot going on around you. What do you guys do to get that district record even up at 1-1?
Well, just learn from what happened Friday and bounce back and start a new chapter this week. I think our kids it's just, I told somebody today, it's just incredible, the work ethic during the week. That's the bottom line. People, how you doing? What's going on? I know this is blah, blah, blah. You're getting beat. The worst thing for me is watching how hard we practice during the week and then sometimes not get it to the game field. That's the most frustrating thing. So I told the kids, everybody's frustrated. It's time to just get one, loosen up, and this time would be as good as any.
That's this week's edition of the Skating Place Scouting Report. Don't forget, great place to do birthday parties right there at the Skating Place. They do games, supply the DJ, also party host or hostess to help with your party. They do them during regular business hours, and you can even reserve for a private party. Great music, video game system, great games and prizes, great snack bar, pizza, homemade right there in the Skating Place snack bar. Great stuff. For hours of information, find them online at skatingplaceabilene.com. We will take a quick break here on our Aim Bank pregame show. When we come back, we'll give you a little bit more preview of this game between WYLIE and Wichita Falls High. We'll do that as we continue on next here on the Aim Bank pregame show. We'll get you ready for WYLIE Bulldogs football, powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keene 105.
Hey there.
Hey there.
My son's going to help me.
Coming to help me.
Yep, it's the copy game.
Copy game.
I could say anything right now, and he'd repeat it. I just love Brussels sprouts.
I just love, hey.
I'm careful what I say around him. I also try to make sure I pass on good energy-saving habits. You should, too. Save energy and money at TogetherWeSave.com. My dad is the coolest.
My dad thinks he's funny.
A message from your hometown co-op. It's Taylor Electric Cooperative in Merkel.
Ladies and gentlemen, meet John. John is a middle-class guy. Hello. John likes his sports talk. John likes his news talk. John likes rock and roll. That's right. John reads the sports section and the business section. John likes the game of billiards. John likes 8-ball and 9-ball and those fancy trick shots. John has plenty of room at his house for a pool table and maybe a game table. And maybe some game room chairs. And maybe dare I say it, yes, maybe even a bar. And right over there, John could put shuffleboard or air hockey or foosball. John will decide when he goes to ABILENE Billiard Connection. Then John's wife will come in and decide what color and style. As long as John gets his billiard table, he doesn't give a rat's patootie. Really, a man's home is his castle, and in John's castle, there will be a game room. ABILENE Billiard Connection is at 2950 North 1st, so John and Mrs. John can completely outfit their castle's game room at really good prices from a local concern. Now that John is getting his game room, here's what John has to say. Hoo-wah! That's ABILENE Billiard Connection at 2950 North 1st.
Since 1890, The folks you know and trust at Haskell National Bank have proudly provided the latest in banking convenience. At Haskell National, we make it a point to get to know you and provide you with the personalized service you deserve. Stop by and visit Haskell National Bank, Buffalo Gap Road at South 32nd and Abilene, or 601 North 1st in Haskell, celebrating 125 years of continuous service.
Thank you.
Member FDIC.
Now, back to the Wiley Bulldog pregame show on Keen 105.
Welcome back into the AIM Bank pregame show here on Keen 105, hometown service, big bank convenience. AIM Bank proud to support the community and proud to cheer on the Wiley Bulldogs. As you look at this game here tonight, Bill, a couple of keys in your mind for Wiley to be victorious here tonight on homecoming.
Well, we've seen them all year long try to run the ball up the middle, and we have so far been unable to do that. To me, we're going to have to do something to get the ball to the edge or throw the ball a little better, do something other than try to beat teams that are bigger and stronger up front than we are, because we've just been just kind of sometimes you have to admit what your weaknesses are and work around it.
Yeah, as I take a look at this starting five up front for Wichita Falls High, you have the center is 5'10", 255. The right guard, 6'2", 320. Yikes. You have 6'5", 265 on the right end. So when you start talking about some of the sides that you're going to see both on the offensive and defensive lines, one of the things that Wiley hadn't been able to do is control the line of scrimmage tonight. That's been a problem this season. So I guess if you can't control the line of scrimmage, trying to find a way to get on the edge is a heck of an idea, and I like that. I know defensively, Bill, I know they made some changes last week. Obviously, clearly not going super well with as many points as they gave up to Ryder. Do you see them sticking with those changes, or what's your thought there?
Well, who knows? I mean, it's I know Coach Martin's not the kind, and Coach Sanford's not either. Just going to keep on doing something that's not working just for the sake of this is what we do and we're going to do it and get better at it. I think they're constantly trying to find ways to improve and just put their kids in the best position to have success against whatever opponent they're playing. And tonight we have to be playing a team that likes to swing it around some. So I don't know. I always feel like our coaches are going to give us an advantage every time we suit up. We may be 0-6 right now, but I still feel like that we have a potential to outplay every team we play just on being prepared.
Yeah. As you hear the Bulldogs taking the field here tonight. Interestingly, in black pants tonight, I think you mentioned we've only seen that once before. So see if that's something that stems the tide a little bit. I think one thing for this week, Bill, Peyton Wood, number 26, injured in last week's game. That's not gigantic a loss, but I don't like it very much. I don't like it very much at all.
No, he's our punter, and one of the top, 3 or 4 receivers that we have. But I don't know. Kyle can punt it.
We'll see if that causes any issues whatsoever. I know Levi's down on the field on our Nelson Construction sideline, Mike, tonight. Levi comes in a little bit early here. Obviously, a lot of rain this week. It's holding off right now. Gosh, it's a turf field, so maybe even a stupid question. But with all the rain, do you sense any sort of slickness or anything down there on the field? I want to turn your microphone on. Well, we'll come back to you here in a moment if he can figure out the power button.
All right.
Oh, there you are. Hey, yeah.
Power button. It's powerful. It's really, the field feels pretty good. Not super wet down here. Hopefully it's not going to dump any more water on us tonight. That would make me pretty happy.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, the good thing is you have your nice little jacket from Ski Action on.
You suit up well. You suit up well. You look good in pads.
Thank you.
Yeah, as you take a look at other guys that are out tonight, Bill, Case and Hannah not suiting up tonight.
Oh, he's not. I didn't know that.
He stuck his head in there a lot defensively, made a lot of plays last week in my mind. So that also hurts the team here tonight as well. So we have multiple issues of that. So we'll see how those injuries and what part they play here tonight. We will break for the national anthem, and we will come back for the coin toss and our Abilene Battery and Golf Cars opening kickoff. Will come up next here on Keen 105.
Hi, I'm Darren Black, owner of Black Plumbing. For 24 years, Black Plumbing has been serving our neighbors, and we are proud to be a part of your community. In Abilene, call us at 325-675-8391. If you've ever wondered what services we provide, go to blackplumbing.com.
The pros who know are ready to go. Call on Black Plumbing. Help is on the way.
The Wylie All Sports Booster Club is a proud supporter of Bulldogs Live Online and their broadcasts of Wylie Sports and exists to support all Wylie sports.
Reason number one why you should become a member of the Wylie Booster Club. Did you know the Booster Club gives additional financial support to all sports, helping out where funding stops? This kind of support is impossible without the support of Wylie fans like you.
Be a part of this by joining the Wylie All Sports Booster Club today. For more info, check our website, AbileneWylieBulldogs.com.
When it comes to finding the right vehicle for you, there's no better place than right here at Lawrence Hall in Abilene. For over 26.
Now, back to the Wylie Bulldog pregame show on Keen 105.
All right, that'll wrap it up tonight for our AIM Bank pregame show here on Keen 105 as we get ready for the coin toss. Keidel, Hicks, Mr. Welch, and Harrison Atwood, the captains here tonight for the Wylie Bulldogs, as they will go out to midfield and get you ready for our coin toss here tonight. Levi on our Nelson Construction sideline mic. We certainly appreciate Mr. Nelson and his continued support of what we do down here. So just down to Levi Wolf for tonight's coin toss.
Killing. Hey, you're captain of the team. I want you to take care of your team, okay? If you have a problem with the other team, don't go to them, come to us. Let us help. Holly blue all night, white all night. Okay, any questions? You're going to call the toss. What are you going to call? Yeah. He's going to call what? Tails. He's calling tails. Let's see. It is tails. You're going to defer? Hey,
So Wichita Falls wins the toss, and they will defer to the second half as Wylie will receive to get this game started here tonight, and they will be traveling left to right.
It's kind of unusual. It's the first time that we'll be receiving the opening kickoff, I think, since week 2, maybe.
Yeah, we've been winning
We've been winning the toss and deferring, so
be nice. Get on up in here, man. Let's go. It's game time, boys. First quarter brought to you by Abilene Battery and Golf Cars. Batteries for golf carts, automotive batteries, lawnmowers, tractors, trucks, ATV, UTV, motorcycle, and even electric wheelchairs. They also do golf cart, ATV, and UTV repairs and have a great selection of golf carts for sale as well. You can even rent one at Abilene Battery and Golf Cars, 2434 Industrial Boulevard, new sponsor for our coverage of Wylie Bulldog sports here this year. So Abilene Battery and Golf Carts first quarter as we take a look back deep to return. We're going to have the Spiegel and Teagle show as we've had for about the last month. Boy, it feels good to be back at Bulldog Stadium. Seems like we've been there forever, but I guess we really haven't. First 3 weeks of the year and then 3 away games and an open date. Josiah Teagle, number 10, standing on the right hash at about the 2-yard line. And Jaden Spiegel standing at the left hash at the 4-yard line. Old High will kick it off to the Wylie Bulldogs for homecoming 2018. Here we go, Mr. Teagle. Kick is going to be bobbled by Teagle at the 8-yard line. He's looking for a return left. Lots of speed if he can get a crease. Oh, he can't. He's going to get hit pretty hard by Hunter Brazel, number 84 for Wichita Falls High. The Wylie offense will start off the 19. I'm telling you what, Bill, if he could have got through those two guys, he was gone. And there was a lot of green grass.
There really was.
All right, Bill asked me to start off with my purple pen here in the first quarter here tonight. So we'll see if that is this is the key to victory right here. Purple pen first quarter. Messing up my system, but I'm all about breaking the jinx. I formation behind Atwood as they will start off first down and 10 at their own 19-yard line, ball left hash. Hand off right up the gut to Bailey Hicks, and that will be a tackle inside by Elijah Belt for Old High. That'll be a 3-4-yard gain. Where do they spot this? At the 23-yard line, so a 4-yard gain on the play for Bailey Hicks. Second down and 6. Tight end left, 2 wide receivers right, straight I formation again behind Atwood under center. Play action pass, looking right side, looking for the button hook, and delivered too high for Christian Ramirez. And that right there, with a little hook in the zone to the guy in the slot, he's wide open. You got to hit it. Got to hit it.
And something we hadn't seen in mid-series after 2 plays on third and 7. He brings
Jackson Hanson, and he will be in the gun at quarterback. 4 wides, 3 to the right side on the 3rd down and 6. Hanson going to run to his right. He'll hang on to it and will get hit hard by Makeda Brown, number 21, and he will knock Hanson for a down for a 1-yard gain, but that'll bring up 4th down and 5. You are right, though. That's the first time we've seen that we've seen them kind of come switch in and out. Matter of fact, I think we went first series, second series last week. For Atwood, I think went 3rd and 4th series. But here we go. We have the punt team out. But so I told you that the injury to the punter might hurt you. There was nobody in to kick it. Finally, Jackson McAden comes running, and 5 seconds left on the play clock.
Oh, my gosh.
And the snap goes over his head, and so McAden is just
hit it out of the end zone.
And he did not. It's going to be a safety. I think what happened was Wichita Falls High recovered it, but they recovered it right on the end line for a safety. That right there, when the punter is not out there, that kind of threw everything off. What a mess. So Wylie will go down early with 10:28 here in the first quarter. Wichita Falls High 2. Your Bulldogs 0 as you listen to Bulldog Football powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keene 105.
Hi, I'm Darren.
Wylie School District has remained an athletic and academic powerhouse by dedicating itself to hard work, determination, and creativity. In much the same way, Abilene Teachers Federal Credit Union has remained a reliable source of great service and products since we were founded in 1950. Our 5-star rated mobile apps let you conduct banking at your convenience whenever and wherever you choose. So if you live or work in Taylor County, you're one of us. Join ATFCU and experience the team spirit that's kept us going for 65 years. But more importantly, for this game, go Dogs!
Now, back to Wylie Bulldog football. Powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keene 105.
All right, not a good turn of events there, as the loss of Peyton Wood as our punter might have caused an issue there, because we get into punt formation and really didn't have a punter. When he ran on, they had to rush it because we were out of time on the play clock. Long snapper snaps it over the head. Next thing you know, it's a safety with 10:28 remaining in the first quarter. So you're going to kick it off from the 20-yard line now and give good field position to Old High, as it's going to be returned by Sid Johnson to the 41-yard line. So, yeah, when you think of the safety, but the point is holding up. The injury comes when you have to kick off from your own 20 on the free kick.
Right. Give it to him at 41-yard line.
Yeah. So good field position for Wichita Falls High. They're going to come out.
Big offensive line.
Yes, they are gigantic. And they're going to spread it out. 2 wides to each side. Quarterback Vargas and the shotgun back to his left on a 1st down and 10. Quick pass looking left side on the slant. It's going to be caught by Johnson, number 4, and that'll be enough for Black Plumbing 1st down. Finally slung down by Dax Morris and Jazier George, but into Bulldog territory to the Wylie 43-yard line. 1st down and 10 for Old High. That would have been on target, Bill. I think it's an interception for Gus Davis.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but the receiver out there, number 8, I think it was, number 8, Euro Vigil, actually fell down. And as he fell down, Davis came up on him and ended up just to be an old-fashioned incompletion. Trips left now, single receiver right side. Vargas back to pass. plenty of time. He's now going to have to dance around in the pocket as it collapsed. That is a coverage sack right there by this Wylie secondary. That won't officially be a sack. I think he got back to the line of scrimmage, but Vargas didn't have anywhere to go with the ball because everybody was well covered downfield.
Notice one of the other sophomores that was brought up before last week is in the ball game at one of the safeties, number 82. That's Balin Valentine.
So you got
started
two
sophomore safeties.
Oof. Third down and 10 for Wichita Falls High. Wylie 43-yard line. Vargas dancing around in the pocket, going to be caught by number 3, Trey McKenzie. Trey McKenzie. Yeah, Trey McKenzie, my bad. Trey McKenzie for a black punting first down to the Wylie 25-yard line. 2-0 Wichita Falls High as we hit the 9-10 mark here in the first quarter. First down and 10 at the Bulldog 25-yard line. 3 wide receivers left, 1 right. And that is going to be a little swing pass lateral to the running back Isaiah Cherry. And Cherry is going to be pushed out of bounds at the Bulldog 13-yard line.
Well, they are, as expected, come out and throw the ball every down. They've got little plays like that one right there. Might as well have been a running play. Brought a guy in motion, just swing it to him out the flat. Just a controlled running play.
First down and 10. Vargas back to pass, looking left side, going to be caught but incomplete as Johnson was out of bounds. Good coverage there by number 4, the sophomore, Jazier George. That'll bring up second down. Tell you what, the left side of that offensive line, wow, that left tackle, 6'5", 265. Left guard, 6'2", 320. 6'2", 320, and 6'5", 265. That makes it hard to get pressure on the QB.
Yeah, especially old Holden Ross. He's 6'3" or 6'4", but he's about 185.
Yeah, 175 on the roster. Yeah, so he's given up well over 100 pounds of this left tackle.
Well, they call us in a blitz.
Yeah.
Ran right.
Isaiah Cherry, number 10, will run it down to the Wylie 7-yard line. It's going to be third down and 4 for the Coyotes.
Missed the first 5 ball games of the year. Got back on the field last week, and well, he's going to make the most of this last part of his junior year.
Yep, 2-0. Wichita Falls High, 8.5 minutes remaining first quarter as they threaten here in the ACS Heating and Air red zone. Quick pass for Vargas, caught and into the end zone for a Wichita Falls High touchdown, number 4, Isaiah Johnson. Boy, little plays that come back and haunt you. Snap over the head of the punter when the punter wasn't out there to begin with. Have to rush it. You give up a safety, and then you have to free kick it. You get good field position, and next thing you know, you're staring at a 9-0 deficit.
Yeah,
next point up and good with 8:14 remaining in the first quarter. Your score: Wichita Falls High 9, Wylie 0. You're listening to Bulldog Football, powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keene 105.
When it comes to finding the right vehicle for you, there's no better place than right here at Lawrence Hall in Abilene.
For over 26 years, Lawrence Hall in Abilene has been the place to find the best from Chevy, Buick, and GMC.
And that's still true today. Great vehicles and great service. We're your West Texas source for all your vehicle needs.
So the next time you need a new car, truck, or SUV, come see us here at Lawrence Hall in Abilene today.
Voted Abilene's best new car dealer for over 20 years by you, our customer.
Now, back to Wylie Bulldog football, powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keene 105.
9-0 Wichita Falls High. A safety followed by the free kick. They march down the field and get a touchdown. And boy, I tell you, those hurt, don't they, Bill? Your offense comes off the field, and when they come back on, they're down 9 points. Yeah. Spiegel and Teagle back deep to return the kickoff. Same look as last time with Teagle on the right hash and Spiegel on the left. The kick's going to go to Teagle at the 7-yard line. He wants to set up a return left, see if he can get a couple of blocks, dancing around, and ball is on the ground. Tell you what, we've seen that often from Josiah coming on. This is his first year to play football. Lots of speed, but really a soccer player by trade, hanging on to that football. But the good news, Bill, I don't think he's actually lost one of the fumbles. No, we've recovered all, I think, 3 or 4.
I think it's been 4 or 5, maybe. There was 3 in one game. Yeah.
So, all right, but I guess you'll trade it, right? I mean, trade the opportunity for him to break one for that.
I don't know.
Coach Sanford's trading for it. I mean, he keeps throwing him back out there. First down and 10 for the Bulldog offense at their own 22-yard line. 2 wide receivers up top, 1 to the right. Atwood's going to be in the gun, play action pass, and looking for his tight end over the middle, and he's got Brody Baker for a gain of 8 on the play up to the 30-yard line.
That may be what we have to do, just kind of bite it off in small chunks, not try to get too deep with the ball. And
tell you what, as efficient as their passing offense was, let's hold on to it as long as we can. I'm fine with that. Hand off Hicks right side. Black Plumbing first down and more as he bounces it out to the numbers to the 40-yard line. Gain of 10 on the play, maybe 11. They may mark it at the 41-yard line, and I think they will. An 11-yard run for Bailey Hicks to make a first down and 10 for your Bulldogs at their own 41-yard line. 9-0 Wichita Falls High. 7.5 minutes remaining in our Abilene Battery and Golf Cars first quarter. Finally going to send 3 wide receivers out to the left with Keitel and Ramirez, who have the fullback in the top back draw. Bailey Hicks is one tough.
Yeah, he looked at about a 5-yard loss. Did get back to the line of scrimmage. Just on the effort.
Yes. 3 Coyotes there with McKay, Belt, Ferris, that linebacking crew for this team. They saw that one coming. Somehow sniffed it out. Sanford to the right side. You have Hicks, Keitel, and Ramirez to the left. So a 3-by-1 set this time for Wylie offense. Atwood looking to pass left side and into traffic. I'll tell you what, just a little impatient there as Ramirez was going to be open down that left side. Threw that into traffic and incomplete, third down. That's one of those things, Bill, that as a quarterback, sometimes you're sitting back there and you're used to being pressured all the time. Right. And then that one time where they don't get back to you, you kind of got that internal clock going and may sometimes just get rid of it a little bit too early.
It kind of looked like he didn't give that time to develop.
Yeah, it's not letting develop. 2-by-2 set this time, Twins both sides.
There we go.
Going to have an offside, so a free play here for the Bulldogs and thrown to Sanford. Coach Sanford is pointing downfield. When you get the offside penalty, just keep on going.
Give it a shot.
That's right. Aaron Rodgers in the NFL, one of the greatest at that, maybe ever. How many touchdowns does that guy have? And Aaron Rodgers on defensive offside. Yeah. Tons of them. So the penalty will move it to the Wylie 46-yard line. 9-0. 6:31 remaining in the first quarter. Wichita Falls High leading after a safety and a touchdown on the ensuing drive after the free kick. Going to have third down and 5. Same look here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Atwood in the gun with Nathan Moore to his right. Oh, that was a big shot there. Ball thrown to Sanford a little bit high. And Makeda Brown hit Sanford right in the ribs. Yeah, right in the gut. And
right now he doesn't think he's going to be able to breathe again the rest of his life.
Fortunately, Parker unable to hang on to that ball. And you obviously see why. He took a massive shot from Makeda Brown up pretty quickly. Yeah,
that's what it was.
Yeah, we've said it before. When you get the wind knocked out of you, it is the most helpless feeling in the world. You do exactly what you said, Bill. It's a great description. You don't think you're ever going to breathe again for the rest of your life. All right, Wylie going to have to punt this one away. Again, this time the punter gets out on time. It's going to be Jackson McAden back to punt it away for Wylie, and I think we're going to have a whistle. I'm just not sure what it is.
I think got too many men on the field.
12 men on the field. So,
Holy mackerel.
So 2 punts, 2 just personnel issues. I don't know who the special teams coach is, but whoever it is probably hiding. Got an earful. So it'll be 4th down and 10 here on this punt. Nice high kick coverage ought to be able to get down there. Fair catch called for by Zach Williams, number 2 for Wichita Falls High, and he'll have it at the Coyote 31-yard line. 6:19 remaining in the Abilene Battery and Golf Cars first quarter. 9-0 your score. I like home games where there's a volleyball game before, Bill. We get to see old Quick Draw McGraw comes up and gets him some free food. Chicken. Call the volleyball game, get some free food, go home. That's pretty good. Pretty good racket you got going on over there, Quick Draw. First down and 10 for Vargas, and he's going to look deep for number 4, Isaiah Johnson. I'll tell you what, that right there is an outstanding play by Johnson. Did you see how late he put his hands up to catch that, Bill?
Yeah.
Ball was almost all the way on him before he put his hands out to catch it, and not giving any indicator to the defensive back who had his back turned to him. I think that was Jazier George. It was. And that's just good offense there. Vargas dropping that one right in the bucket, and he's going to do it again for a Coyote touchdown to A.J. Bird. A 28-yard touchdown pass from Anthony Vargas to A.J. Bird on 2 outstanding throws in a row.
Yep, he kind of took advantage of one cornerback on one throw and the other cornerback on the other one. It's kind of an equal opportunity. That looked a little too easy, didn't it?
Yeah. Low snap on the extra point. Holder doing a good job to get it up. Kick is up and good. With 6:06 remaining in the first quarter. Wichita Falls High up quick, 16-0. You're listening to Bulldog Football, powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keene 105.
If this is your idea of going to the dentist, it's time for you to make a change. At Borland Family Dentistry, we'll make your smile beautiful and healthy with a simple checkup, or by using one of the most advanced cosmetic procedures. Let's make your smile something to smile about. Borland Family Dentistry. 2 great dentists, 1 awesome team. Borland Family Dentistry. You'll love your smile again. Now, same-day appointments. 695-3300.
Now, back to Wylie Bulldog football. Powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keene 105.
Tough to defend. 2 perfect passes in the Bill. Anthony Vargas hitting number 4, Isaiah Johnson, on a go ball. Get it to the 28-yard line, and then hitting A.J. Bird, who was just running right up the seam. Of course, both those receivers getting behind our defense.
Yeah.
But 2 good passes there from that quarterback. A 16-0 lead here for Old Eye over Wylie. Low kick this time, going to hit at the 11-yard line. Josiah Teagle will pick it up at the 5. Looking for some room, and he's got a little seam, and Teagle will get it up to the 35-yard line. Good return for number 10 for Wylie, getting them a pretty decent field position to start their 3rd possession here. Tell you what, it feels like he just away from Buster.
I know it. All right, going to start this series out with Hanson at quarterback. I guess you got to find somebody that's got a hot hand and just keep going back and forth till you find something that works. Hanson has been the better runner of the 2 so far this year. Maybe he's going to run the option here or just a straight quarterback draw.
They'll fake the fly sweep and then hand it to Bailey Hicks left side, and he will maybe, I don't know, give him anything at all. Half a yard, so we'll give him 1. So 2nd down and 9 on the play. The 1 yard gain for Bailey Hicks. 2-by-2 set here with 2 wide receivers on either side as you have Hanson in the gun this time with Nathan Moore to his right. Jackson going to roll to his right, looking downfield for Christian Ramirez. It's just too far. Ramirez was in, I think he might have been, I couldn't tell if he was on the slot on this side, was running a corner route, or came from the other side of the field, but he had a step on the defender right there in front of the Wylie sideline and just could not connect. Incomplete. 3rd down and 9. And, those are the plays, Bill, we've had. We had Ramirez open on a pass last week. Couldn't quite hit him, just on his fingertips. Open there. Couldn't quite hit him. And all those, in years past, we're hitting those plays.
That's right.
3rd down and 9. 2 wide receivers left, 1 to the right. Hanson back to pass, looking across the middle. Can't find anybody. Going to roll to his left, throws it. That is a good catch by Hayden Kyle. Nope, he's going to drop it. And right as he caught it, he got hit in the back. I think he would have had enough for a 1st down, but unable to hang on to it after the shot, and that will be another punting situation for Coach Sanford.
Yeah, it was a good throw. Actually good protection for a while, and then Hanson kind of broke out of the pocket and looked like he might be going to try to run for the 1st down, and Kyle broke open. Probably a ball he should have caught.
Third punt of this first quarter for the Wylie offense. Only 4th down and 9. Good snap this time. A low driving kick. Going to be fair caught at the 37-yard line by Zach Williams, number 2 for the Coyotes. They will take over 1st down and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Going to get our first look at another sophomore that Coach Sanford moved up to the varsity this week is number 64, Zach Garza. 5'8", 225-pound sophomore. 5'8", 225 is pretty compact. Got him right over the center.
1st down and 10 as Vargas looks right side, and he's going to go bombs over Baghdad again, and it's going to be caught.
Golly.
A.J. Bird. I noticed you have A.J. Bird's name bolded on our depth chart over here, Bill. Something you were told on the scouting report, or is that just kind of an accident? But that's his favorite receiver. Oh, okay, gotcha. And that ball, that long pass goes all the way down to the Wylie 10-yard line. That's going to be a 57-yard pass. They're going to try to go a slant inside and trade McKenzie on 1st down and 10 from the 10, and that will be incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. They're going to actually say 2nd and goal. I thought he was just a little shy of the 10, but not. So right at the 10-yard line. 2nd and goal from 10. 3-by-1 this time with 3 receivers to the left. Inside handoff this time. Wow. That is going to be an easy run for Isaiah Cherry. A 10-yard touchdown run for.
They have a holding penalty, Trace, or a late flag from out.
That would be good.
Yeah, they're going to bring this one back. Good.
It'll be 2nd and goal from the 20. I don't feel much better about that either.
Holding, no.
Well, they've been throwing the ball. Has this quarterback had an incompletion yet, Brian?
Yeah.
One incompletion. So far, 6 of 7, 162 yards. 2 touchdowns for quarterback Anthony Vargas. Yikes. 2 wide receivers to either side here on a 2nd and goal from the 20-yard line. Vargas back to pass, looks left side, and up first bad throw of the night. Yeah, low on outside. He goes and bats himself on the head of his knee. Intended for Isaiah Johnson, 3rd down.
Well, for about the 34th week in a row, the most thing that we've been able to find to stop the opponent's offense has been their own penalties. I hate to say that. That's kind of the whole thing that slowed them down tonight. That holding call.
The wrong being truthful. 4 wide receivers, 3 left. Vargas looking deep on the slant. Caught and touchdown.
Wow.
A.J. Bird. Again, his second connection with Mr. Bird tonight, 2 in a row, this time from 20 yards out. And Wichita Falls High is all over the Wylie Bulldogs as Anthony Vargas has thrown 3 touchdown passes in the first quarter. Beautiful. Extra point is up. And good. 4 minutes, 27 seconds remaining in the Abilene Battery and Golf Cars first quarter. Your score, Wichita Falls High 23, Wylie 0. You're listening to Wylie Bulldog Football, powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keene 105.
You'll feel the difference when you have your AC unit serviced by ACS Heating and Air. ACS Heating and Air is family owned and operated. ACS provides service, preventative maintenance, and system replacement for commercial and residential. ACS Heating and Air also provides free estimates. ACS Heating and Air hope very much to earn your business, but their mission? To earn your trust. And don't forget to ask about the Comfort Care Program. Call 325-690-0998.
Now, back to Wylie Bulldog Football. Powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keene 105.
Head on down to Levi on our Nelson Construction sideline, Mike, with Wichita Falls High leading 23-0. What in the world did Coach Sandifer have to say to the team right there?
He's still going with shake that one off, and it's gone to battle, fight for it, and I think he's kind of scrambling for things to say at this point, but I think so.
Going to go reverse on the kickoff. Spiegel off to the races here. One man to beat midfield. 45-30, 35. Nobody's going to catch him. 25-20, 15-10. Jaden Spiegel, Wylie Bulldogs. Touchdown.
Well, that was pretty. Spiegel kind of muffed the kick, bounced off his chest, and he just reached down and picked it up and tossed it to Spiegel. Wasn't exactly how it was designed, but man, it was a perfect crease right up the middle.
That's one way to get the momentum back.
Yeah. Since our first offensive possession, or his first game of the year against Georgetown, and they scored on the open drive and kicked off to us, and Spiegel ran that one back for a touchdown. So his second big touchdown kickoff return of the year.
I'm not sure what happened there. Some confusion for the extra point unit, and Coach Sandifer going to have to burn a timeout here to kick the extra point. So I don't know. Maybe I don't need that hit him on extra points, right?
Right.
So that didn't really affect that. No. That's one of those interesting ones. Hate to burn a timeout to kick an extra point, but if they had too many men or what the situation was, I don't know. Oh, they're going for 2. Okay. All right. So they're going for 2. Makes a little bit more sense. I did not notice that. So high formation, 2 wide receivers here as the Bulldogs go for 2 here with 4:13 remaining in the first quarter. Play action. He's got Nathan Moore at the pylon. Catch is good. Extra point good. And we're going to have... Yep. All right, perfect. 4 minutes, 13 seconds remaining first quarter. Your score now, Wichita Falls High 23, Wylie 8. You're listening to Wylie Bulldog Football, powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keene 105.
Is it sprained? Is it strained? Is it fractured? Should I use ice or should I use heat? Wow, do we need a surgeon? Abilene Bone and Joint and Action Sports Medicine has your answer to your questions. Saturday mornings beginning August 8th through football season, come for free sports evaluations from 9 until 11 a.m. There's an x-ray and open MRI on site which will speed your diagnosis. Action helps you get back in the action. 1633 Cottonwood. Call them at 676-5633. Action. Excellence in sports medicine and physical therapy.
Now, back to Wylie Bulldog Football, powered Co-op on Kane 105.
Big Country Tire scoring summary, that's pretty easy. Jaden Spiegel, 85-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. They go for two and get it. Hanson to Moore on the two-point conversion. With 4:13 on the clock, 23-8, your score here in the first quarter. Short kick going to be caught by number 4, Isaiah Johnson. Hercules line of tires, a Big Country Tire, come with a road hazard protection program that offers free replacement for any Hercules tire for 2 years or the first 50% of tread life. Stop by Big Country Tire today.
All right. We have to keep them from getting behind us.
And off left side on the jet sweep, and number 10, Isaiah Cherry, going to pick up 8.
Well, Coach Sanford got away from the 2 sophomore safeties. Got Jacob Rogers and McCaden back in the ball game now, who have been the starters pretty much the whole year back there.
Vargas. Inside handoff to, I'm not sure exactly who he gave that to. Might have been Cherry. Yep, it is. Isaiah Cherry. Enough for a first down. They're on second and short. So first down and 10 for Old High at their own 48-yard line with 3:48 remaining in a very long first quarter. 23-8. Your score here with the Coyotes leading. It's just their version of a toss. Yeah, really. It's just a backwards pass to the back out there, and there he goes. I'll be honest with you, I'm not a big fan of that. That's pick up that too. You drop that thing. A lot of times these running backs, how many times you see it on Saturday all the time? They'll drop it and forget that it's a lateral on it. But a lot of teams do it. TCU, they do a lot. Second down and 9 at the high 49-yard line. 4 wide receivers, 2 to either side. As Vargas is back to pass, looking left side, can't find anybody. Now he's got his man over the middle, caught by Isaiah Johnson, number 4, for a first down at the Bulldogs 38-yard line. And so far, Bill, no answer for this Coyote passing game.
Well, looks like we're just rushing 3 that time, and those big offensive linemen of Wichita Falls just didn't have any trouble. 5 of them blocking our 3. Vargas kind of giving him time to throw. It looks like he's going to be all over him.
First down and 10. Handoff inside to Cherry, and he's going to be tackled by number 47, Peyton Barnes. Tackle made after a 4-yard gain. Second down and 6 for Old High at the Wylie 34-yard line. Ball right hash. They'll send 2 wide receivers to either side of the field, back to the right of quarterback Vargas. 4-man front this time for Wylie with 3 guys with their hands in the dirt. They're going to send Sanford on a blitz. Now here comes a long touchdown pass again to A.J. Bird. It's behind number 20, Jackson McAden, and that is going to be a 34-yard touchdown pass, the 4th of the night for Vargas, 3rd in a row to Bird.
Yeah, you got two-man route out there, and you got 2 defensive backs. It's amazing how they could get. I mean, he was just wide open. That looked like a busted coverage, didn't it to you?
Yeah,
or it wasn't. He didn't outrun him that bad. Or it was a double move, and he bit real hard on the fake. Now,
extra point up and good. And we are not even done with the first quarter. 2 minutes and 18 seconds left. Wylie trailing 30-8. You're listening to Bulldog Football, powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keen 105.
First Financial opened for business in 1890, so this marks our 125th year serving the people of Texas. Through that time in an ever-changing financial landscape, we've continued to thrive. How? Our customers. We wouldn't be here without you. So thank you for coming to us to help grow your business. Buy a house, save for college, plan for retirement. Thanks to you, after 125 years, we're just getting started. First Financial. You first. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Now, back to Wylie Bulldog football. Powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Kane 105.
Not a good first quarter for this Wylie defense. This quarterback for Wichita Falls High is 10 of 12, 231 yards and 4 touchdowns. And we have 2 minutes and 18 seconds remaining, Bill, in the first quarter. We need to, I don't know how good you are at extrapolating, but we're over 100 to keep this up. Little squib kick going to be picked up. They decided not to kick it deep anymore after giving one up. Bailey Hicks covers that one at the 40-yard line. Well, all you can do is just try to answer. Jackson Henson coming back in the game. First down and 10 for the Bulldogs have thrown 40-yard line, 4 wide receivers. They'll throw it out to Bailey Hicks, who would come in motion out of the backfield. He'll get it up close to midfield. They'll spot it at the 49-yard line for a gain of 9 on the play. The second down and 1 for Wylie. Throwing 49-yard line ball on the right hash. Well, on a positive note, we haven't had any procedure penalties. We haven't had any penalties tonight so far. That's true. There he goes. Got him open. Deep pass from Hanson to Ramirez. Whoa. Incomplete. Looks like there could have been, that's close. Wrapping down there. Brian wanted it up here. Yeah. Good play to call on 2nd and 1. That result incomplete. Be 3rd down and 1. I think Coach Sanford, he's talking to that back judge. I think he thought he should have one too. Hanson's just going to keep it himself on the sneak, and he'll have it into Wichita Falls territory for the first time tonight. A Black Plumbing first down to the 44-yard line, a gain of 7 on the play. Wylie offensively, first night tonight into Wichita Falls High territory. Do want to thank our friends at Borland Sobin Family Dentistry. They make a donation for every touchdown Bulldogs score to our Bulldogs Live Online Scholarship Fund. Looking deep again, this time to Ramirez, and what a catch. Nice catch, Christian Ramirez. At the Coyote 10-yard line. They had to kind of dive a little bit for it. Well thrown ball by Hanson, and Ramirez will give the Bulldogs the Black Plumbing first down at Wichita Falls High 10-yard line. 34-yard pass and catch for this Wylie offense into the ACS Heating and Air red zone. Like you said, Bill, all you can do is just keep answering. When's the last time we've seen a 38-point first quarter, and now we have an opportunity to see a 45-point first quarter possibly? Yeah, crazy. 3 wide receivers and a tight end this time for the Wylie offense. More to the right of Hanson at quarterback. Hanson's just going to keep it himself up the middle, and every gap filled. Nothing there. VIP Sports big play from Hanson to Ramirez to get the ball down deep into Old High territory. Could be the final play of our first quarter. 6 seconds left. They don't have to snap it. See if they will, and they don't. And we are finally to the end of our Abilene Battery and Golf Cars first quarter through 1. Your score, Wichita Falls High 30, Wylie 8, as you listen to Bulldog football, powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keen 105.
Bobcat of Abilene, the power behind your work. Over 30 years in sales, rental, parts, and service. If you have a job to do, we have the right tool rental. If you have questions, we have your solution. Visit Bobcat of Abilene today at 2257 South Treadaway. Active military, law enforcement, and first responders receive 10% off all equipment rentals. Bobcat of Abilene. Over 30 years in sales, rental, parts, and service. Bobcat of Abilene, the power behind your work.
Now, back to Wylie Bulldog football. Powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on King 105.
Second quarter time here at Bulldog Stadium on Homecoming 2018, brought to you by Robin Autopilot. Why mow your lawn when you can let a robot do it for you? Great technology. They come and set up a wire perimeter around your yard, and that thing, just kind of like you've seen those vacuum cleaners do, it'll just undock itself, mow your yard for you. Plans start at $23 a week. It's a heck of a deal. They do have full service yard work. They even do have a crew that will come and hedge it, weed eat it, do your bushes, the whole 9 yards. Available. The machine won't do that for you? No. They have a crew for that. That machine will mow your yard all you want. Get more information online at robinautopilot.com. Good stuff. Sponsor of our second quarter will be second and goal from the 10-yard line for the Bulldogs. And now we're going to see. It'll be a false start.
Yep. Going on long count that time. It looks like Nathan Moore kind of
and two a little anxious and two offensive line. Can't hold your water on the 10. Don't go on a long count. Second and goal from the 15 now. Two wide receivers to each side. More to the left of Hanson, who's in the gun. Straight drop back for Jackson. Looking into the end zone. Can't find anybody. Some pressure coming. He's going to take off and run. Trying to get out to the number. Spins back inside at the 6, and that's where he'll be dropped. Be a gain of 9 on the play, but does get down to the 6-yard line for third down and goal.
Got a nice little burst of speed, doesn't he?
Yep.
When he goes ahead and decides to pull it down and go.
Go on down to Levi on our Nelson Construction sideline. Mike, what did Coach have to say after that first quarter?
He's liking this drive so far. Other than that, not super excited, but he's telling him to keep on fighting, keep battling, keep pushing this line, and let's get this in the end zone.
3 wide receivers to the left, tight end right. They're going to send Moore in motion out of the backfield. Pressure comes inside. Hanson steps up. And incomplete. Keidel slipping and falling in the end zone. And that ball was short, both, I think, because Keidel fell and Hanson was hit right as he threw by number 13, Antoine Kurt. That'll bring up a 4th and goal from the 6. Obviously, you go for it here. Down 30-8. Little 3-pointer's not going to do a lot for you, right? So go ahead. Go for it. So 4th and goal from the 6. Big play for this Wylie offense as the Bulldogs trail 30-8. Needing to get this one into the end zone. They're going to have 2 wide receivers each side. They're stacked on the right side. Pistol formation. But Bailey Hicks right behind Hanson. And they look like they were going option right on that. Yeah. And Hanson's going to pick up 3, but obviously short on a 4th down and goal, so they'll turn it over on downs at the Wichita Falls High 3-yard line. Might have been a little RPO action there, Bill, maybe.
Looked like it. Yeah, it did. Because Coach Sandifer was having a visit with Keidel.
Vargas back to back, chunking it up, and
oh my gosh,
that's unbelievable. That wide receiver just out-jumped our defensive back to catch that. Isaiah Johnson, that's a 37-yard pass. Vargas throwing that out of the end zone and caught at the Wichita Falls High 40-yard line.
Yeah, that had interception written all over it. When he let go of it.
Threw it right into double coverage. Just a play that Johnson made that we didn't. It'll be first down at 10 for the Coyotes. They've thrown 43 wide receivers right, 1 left. Vargas back to pass again. some pressure inside, and Vargas gets away from it. How he got out of that, it looked like he was sandwiched by 3 defenders, and he's going to end up running into WYLIE territory for a gain of 12 when he was all but dead in the backfield there.
Yeah, he doesn't appear to be a running quarterback. He doesn't look comfortable running with the ball. That was just, I don't know what happened there. Somebody just didn't wrap up, or
they kind of sandwiched him, and everybody bounced off of each other, I guess, and he was able to squirt out of there for a first down. The first down and 10 at the WYLIE 48-yard line. Handoff goes to Isaiah Cherry, and he's going to run out of bounds. Wichita Falls High sideline, see where they spot this ball. Can't tell if he had enough for they stepped out of bounds at the 44-yard line. So that's only going to be a gain of 4 on the play. Second down and 6. Just under 10 minutes left here in our first half. 30-8 score here with the Wichita Falls High Coyotes leading the WYLIE Bulldogs. Coyotes with the ball again. 4 wide receivers, 3 to the right. The quarterback, Anthony Vargas. 4 touchdown passes for Vargas already in this first half here tonight. He's back to pass again. And this time he is going to be sacked.
Tell you what, the rest of this half, why don't you call them the Coyotes? And let's see if that helps.
No, I can't do it.
Can't do it.
I can't do it.
Well, that was a good job by Alden Ross and those guys getting the quarterback on the ground. That's the first sack of the night.
And every time there's a sack, Lawrence Hall will make a donation to the Bulldogs Live Online Scholarship Fund. As much as they're going to throw it, maybe we can get some. Third down and 10.
Come on now.
Back to pass. Vargas going to be caught right in the middle of the field by Trey McKenzie, number 3, and he's finally going to be tackled at the 22-yard line.
What's amazing me about this tonight is how they are getting so wide open. I mean, he's throwing the ball well, no doubt, but these guys are just running free in the secondary.
Too wide to each side. Vargas throws it up again, and that ball is tipped and into the hands of the wide receiver for a touchdown.
Wow.
Absolutely unbelievable.
Gus Davis did a good job that time. He was in good shape. Just tipped it right to the wrong spot.
That's going to be the 4th touchdown pass in a row from Anthony Vargas to A.J. Bird. You weren't kidding when he said he's his favorite receiver. Yeah, that was great coverage by Jaden Spiegel. Was it Spiegel or Davis over there? It was Davis, and he hit him and popped up, and Bird was able to catch the deflection and touchdown. 37-8, the score with 8:36 remaining in your first half. Wichita Falls High leads as you listen to Bulldog Football, powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keene.
Hey, WYLIE Bulldog fans, if you want to keep up with school news, community news, sports news, or art news, check out WYLIE Growl Magazine. WYLIE Growl is the official magazine of the WYLIE Independent School District, a full-color magazine highlighting all of the great accomplishments of WYLIE students, and it keeps you up to date on what's happening in the district and in the community, and features WYLIE residents of all ages. For information on how to pick up your copy of WYLIE Growl Magazine, go to WYLIEGrowl.com. It's great to be a WYLIE Bulldog.
Now, back to WYLIE Bulldog Football. Powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keene 105.
The 5th touchdown pass of the night, Bill, for Anthony Vargas in this first half, and we're not even
halfway through the second quarter.
They're doing that's an onside kick, basically. And they weren't able to cover it. Nobody touched that thing. Kicker kicked it from the right side. It was one of those kind of just end over end, let it go towards your other sideline and see if you can run it down. And luckily it went out of bounds before White Jersey got to it because we weren't getting to it.
Got a new face in on the offensive line here, Trace, with Max Money coming in the ball game. Probably was penciled in as a starter before the season started, and an early injury kept him out of the lineup for several weeks, but he's in there right now. And Jackson Hanson comes back in the ball game at quarterback. High formation for the Bulldogs at their own 44-yard line after the kick out of bounds. It goes left side to Bailey Hicks, and he will get up to the 49-yard line. Gain of 5 on the play. Little toss sweep. Take 5 yards every time. Matter of fact, I'd prefer that right now. Yeah, I think just keep the play keep away. Jeez. Second down and 5. Twins both sides. Wylie looking to set up the screen. They have Hicks. Got a blocker or two. He's going to have to jump back inside. Those linebackers flowed to that play pretty well for Wichita Falls High. That's going to be a Black Plumbing first down, though, to the Coyote 46. Hicks coming up a little gimpy. Talking to Jordan from the Reporter News in the same room here during home games, and he said that this Vargas quarterback's had about 1,000 yards passing so far through 6 games, 320 yards in the first half tonight. As you've said, Bill, wide receivers running open and no pressure. That's a lot easier than it. There's another RPO look for this Wylie offense. Hanson going to run it. He had the option to pitch it to his running back or to throw it. He's a little seam up inside and takes it for a gain of 3 on play to the 43-yard line. Be second down and 7. Crowd mic on this home side quiet right now with Wylie trailing 37-8. Ball in Wichita Falls High territory, though. Hanson under center. Second down and 7, and massive pressure inside. Hanson spins away from all 3 of them, and now he's going to set up and throw the ball downfield, and he went to throw it deep, and I think Brody Baker stopped. Just not on the same page there on the scramble drill. Incompletion, but that should have been a sack. Yeah, that's a pretty athletic play by Hanson. Getting out of that, rolling to his left, and able to get rid of it. So third down and 7 for the Bulldogs at the Coyote 43-yard line. 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side. Hanson with a back. That's Nathan Moore to his right. 3-4 look from the Old High defense. Hanson will keep it. And there was a huge gaping hole right up the middle, and Jackson did a great job just taking what the defense was giving him, which was a massive running lane, and he'll get it all the way down to the 34-yard line, a gain of 9. A Black Plumbing first down for the Wylie offense. Hanson making a couple of pretty athletic plays in a row here to keep this drive going. First down and 10 for Wylie. Ball right hash. 3 wide receivers. You have a tight end as well here on the left side. Hanson going to roll to the short side of the field, the right side, and looks for Keidel and incomplete. That'll bring up second down. (37-8). Clock stop with 6:27 remaining in our Robin autopilot second quarter. 3 wide receiver look this time for Wylie. You have 2 to the right. Pistol look with a fullback to the left. Oh, and the ball is snapped before Hanson is ready for it, and Hicks recovers it at the Wichita Falls High 40-yard line, and that'll be a 6-yard loss. Wow. Snap came right as Hanson was picking his foot up, indicating he wanted it. There's a little miscommunication there between quarterback and center. So third down and 16. Ball back at the Old High 40. 2 wide receivers to each side for the Bulldogs. Ball on the right hash with Hanson
in the gun. Now Hicks going to come across the formation in motion. He'll go to the left flat. Hanson setting up, throwing it deep, and intercepted by Zach Williams, number 2, for Wichita Falls High at the 13-yard line. Just underthrown. Ramirez was on a corner route, was behind the defender, and not sure if Coach Sanders was talking with him, but that ball was just underthrown. Yeah, it's like there's great coverage. I think they're probably talking to Ramirez about trying to go up and high point it, but at the end of the day, that's an underthrown ball by the quarterback. Because if he leads him 5 yards, it's not pick. Right. Touchdown. First down and 10 for Wichita Falls High, thrown 13-yard line. Inside handoff goes to Isaiah Cherry, number 10. He's not going to get anything. They have got back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Multiple purple jerseys around. Back to the rest, also 47. Dayton Barnes. I saw they introduced all the parents tonight. Saw that Balin was with the Baker family tonight. They were walking across. That's cool. He's looking large and in charge. It must be open UTSA. Yeah, the University of Texas in San Antonio must be open this week. I think it has to be. Road Runners. Boy, I tell you what, they look gigantic, and I think he lost like 35 pounds in the offseason, trying to slim up a little bit. Really? He still looks, his teammate last year was a first-round draft pick. Yep, defensive tackle. Was. Thanks for suit up Balin. Heck, we'll suit you up, Levi, as well. You're not afraid of that, are you? Pass across the middle and dropped. How about that? They can drop some balls. Well, he didn't throw it to number 4. Trey McKenzie on the drop, and the first punt of the night for Wichita Falls High. Yay. Good stop there for the Wylie defense after the interception. This is the looks of them. It might be the first punt of the season. Quarterback definitely got a hot hand tonight. 320 yards passing with 4 minutes and 55 seconds remaining in the first half. Timeout on the field. Your score, Wichita Falls High 37, Wylie 8. You listen to Bulldog Football, powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keen 105.
Is it sprained? Is it strained? Is it fractured? Should I use ice or should I use heat? Wow, do we need a surgeon? Abilene Bone and Joint and Action Sports Medicine has your answer to your questions. Saturday mornings beginning August 8th through football season, come for free sports evaluations from 9 until 11 a.m. There's an x-ray and open MRI on site which will speed your diagnosis. Action helps you get back in the action. 1633 Cottonwood. Call them at 676-5633. Action. Excellence in sports medicine and physical therapy.
Now, back to Wylie Bulldog Football. Powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keen 105.
Okay. Let's see. Wichita Falls High timeout, I think. They're going to kick off. Snap. Here we go. Snap, and doesn't matter who. Yeah, it doesn't matter if we're on it or if they're on it. We're going to have the ball at the 5-yard line. I actually think that we recovered it. Sure did. I think that's Gus Davis that came out of the pile. It sure is. Just bad snap, a little low, just rolled back to the punter, and he was unable to handle it. All right, Wylie with an opportunity here. First and goal at the Wichita Falls High 5-yard line. Play action pass. Hanson looking for Nathan Moore, and Wylie Bulldog touchdown. You've seen that a million times. They flood that right flat. Pull back in the flat for a touchdown. Seen it a million times, and Wylie will cut into this lead. Coach
Sandifer thought about going for 2, but ended up sending his. He was looking down at a chart.
I'll make it 37-14 with the extra point coming here by number 20, Jackson McAden. Kick up, and it is true with 4:45 remaining in second quarter. Your score now, Wichita Falls High 37, Wylie 15. You're listening to Bulldog Football, powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keene 105.
Were you born in a barn? You're letting all the AC out. A 30-minute shower? Come on. It's a full-time job following you kids around turning off lights. Do you have to leave the fridge door open the whole time you're in the kitchen?
Are you passing on good energy-saving habits? Save energy and money at togetherwesave.com.
A message from your hometown co-op. It's Taylor Electric Cooperative in Merkel.
Now, back to Wylie Bulldog football. Powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keene 105.
Another very easy Big Country Tire scoring summary. One play, 5 yards, 5 seconds on a 5-yard touchdown pass from Hanson to Moore with 4:45 remaining in the first half. 37-15 your score now. Berkeley's line of tires of Big Country Tire come with road hazard protection program, offering free replacement for any Hercules tire for 2 years or the first 50% of tread life. Kick goes to Isaiah Johnson. Johnson dancing around looking for room, going to be slung out of bounds on the Wichita Falls High sideline by number 5, Calvin Tyner. And the Coyotes will set up at their own 34-yard line. Well, get a little stop here and try to get some more points on the board before halftime. You never know. And off right side to Cherry. Running back looking right side and picking his way through a couple of defenders. Yep, you're going to get a call. Flag coming all the way in from the back judge. I think you're going to get your holding call. A little light. Maybe they heard you. They hadn't phoned it yet when you asked for it. No, they that back judge said, now I can hear that guy from the press box. They did throw it after the 5-yard gain, so the spot foul going to end up being a 5-yard net loss. First down at 15. Four whites, 2 each side again for the Coyotes. Maybe I should call them that. There we go. That'll make you happy. Quick pass out. That didn't work either. Quick slant caught by Isaiah Johnson. At least he didn't run for 20. So I may keep it at Coyotes.
Yeah, but emphasis is on the Coyotes. No, don't put any in it.
I can't help it. I actually took voice and diction classes in college.
Y'all didn't cover coyotes, I promise. Y'all covered hither now and all that crap.
Second down and 5 for Coyotes. Quick pass right side to A.J. Bird, and it doesn't matter what I call him. That's a first down.
Another flag. I don't know what that could be on a defensive team, unless it's face mask. Got to be something on the offense.
Holding call?
Holding.
Line of scrimmage, the 39. Flag is thrown at the 49.
Let's chat back to the
all it really
line
does
of scrimmage.
Pretty much the net result is just a negation of the play. Still second down and 5.
Do over.
think they moved the ball back about 6 inches, actually. So 3-by-1 set this time. 3 wide receivers up top as the Coyotes travel left to right. Vargas back to pass. He'll just swing it out to his back out of the backfield. Cherry has it, and he's going to have a first down and more. Bounced out of bounds at the Bulldog 47-yard line. First down for Wichita Falls High there with 3:47 remaining in the first half.
Well, anytime we try to put any pressure on the quarterback from the linebacker spot, it seems like they've got the perfect play called.
Mm-hmm. 3 receivers right and 1 left this time. Vargas with the back to his left. Quick pass left side to Johnson. He'll dance around to the line of scrimmage and then pushed out of bounds. Gus Davis in coverage on that left side. 4-yard gain, second down and 6.
Three minutes and 40 seconds to go. Get a little stop here, get them on 4th down, and see if we can get the ball back.
Come on. Hand off right side to Isaiah Cherry, and he will have a first down. Breaks the tackle and gets into the Wylie secondary before Dax Morris brings him down at the 24-yard line. A couple of missed tackles there for sure. So first down and 10 for Wichita Falls High at the Wylie 24-yard line. Pass left side, caught. Ball's going to be fumbled, but out of bounds. Ray McKenzie will have a first down for the Coyotes. I guess it doesn't really matter what we call them, does it, Bill, at this point? No. The first down and 10 at the 13-yard line. Four wide receivers, 3 to the right, handoff Cherry, and Cherry going to pick his way through several defenders and into the end zone. 13-yard run for Isaiah Cherry. Well, Bill, we've seen a lot of Wylie football over the years. I don't remember ever giving up 43, 44 points if they make the extra point in the first half. Do you?
No. Bad enough to give up 40 in a ball game.
Extra point up and good, and with 2 minutes and 59 seconds remaining in the first half, your score, Wichita Falls High 44, Wylie 15. You're listening to Bulldog Football, powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keen 105.
Hi, this is Trace Michaels, and I can tell you from experience that my child loved going to the dentist. What? My child loved going to the dentist, and the reason why is because he goes to Abilene Pediatric Dental Associates. They are the most trained and equipped people to provide dental care to all children. Abilene Pediatric Dental Associates is the home of Abilene's only board-certified pediatric dentist. If your child doesn't like to go to the dentist, give them a try. Abilene Pediatric Dental Associates. To get on board, call 325-437-5284.
Now, back to Wylie Bulldog Football. Powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keen 105.
.259 remaining in the first half, 44-15. Wichita Falls High. Quarterback Vargas, what is that now? 17 of 20, 351. Woo! The whole game's worth. 2 games worth. Christian Ramirez calling fair catch right at the 25, 26-yard line. That's where Wylie will get things going here.
Just under 3 minutes to go here in the first half. It'd be nice to drive down and get a score. About all you can do, isn't it? Coach Sanford looks like he's going to kind of stick with Jackson Hanson here. Has had a couple of pretty good drives in a row. Even though we went out on downs, we got the bad snap on the punt to get the last touchdown.
Hanson going to throw here on first down, rolls to his left. Ball up and out of bounds.
Just getting rid of that one. Trying to get it to Ramirez. Looked like he was pretty well covered.
Second down and 10. Four wide receivers for Hanson. He's under center. Can't find anybody. Now he's going to roll to his left. That ball is going to be incomplete. Intended for Ramirez. Coverage by Matt Terry, number 15. I'll bring up third down.
Jaden Villanueva coming in the ball game to spell.
Third down and 10. Hanson under center, split backs behind him, two wide receivers. Hanson rolls to his left, intended for Jaden Villanueva and incomplete. The Bulldogs. Levi's looking at his phone down there on the sideline. You getting some halftime question advice from friends?
Yeah, I'm trying to see if anybody's got any advice to fix this.
Yeah. Oh, man. Nice punt there by Jackson McCaden, going to drive the returner back, and that's going to be scooped up by Jackson Smith. So it'll be downed at the Wichita Falls High 28-yard line. (44-15), 2:30 remaining here in the first half. Four wide receivers for Wichita Falls High, three to the right side with quarterback Vargas back to pass, looking right side, and almost intercepted right through the hands of Brazos Ham. That Ham had undercut A.J. Bird, who had just button hooked up at about 8 yards, and Brazos
may have just shown us why he doesn't play offense.
Yeah.
Had a great break on the ball, just not able to bring it in. Had one of those last week. Can't remember who it was, but had a missed interception. It's just like Coach Sanford said, we just don't have enough guys just making plays. We just need to play better.
Four wide receivers through to the right this time. Handoff left side to Cherry out of the backfield. Good pursuit there by the defensive front line. Tackle going to be made by, if I can see the number, Brazos Ham. Gain of 2 on the play. It'll be third down and 8. 2-minute mark of this second quarter.
Would have thought he might have taken a timeout here. But then again, they have already scored 44. I'm not sure he wants to call many timeouts.
No. Has one left in his pocket. If he gets the ball back on offense, we might see it then. Third down and 8. Oh, that's a nice catch out of the backfield by Cherry. One-handed catch. He will be tackled immediately, though.
Yeah, he's going to take the timeout.
Good tackle there by Brody Baker. Timeout on the field. 1:31 remaining in the first half. 44-15, Wichita Falls High leading. We'll be back with more next here on Keen 105.
Betty Rose's Little Brisket has gotten bigger. 2 new locations for full-service dining, daily lunch specials, and a happy hour that begins daily at 4 p.m. with additional appetizers. Plus live music twice a week on the Triple B porch at each location. The newest location, 3934 Cat Claw Drive, even has a full bar. And the best food made from scratch is at Betty Rose's. Betty Rose's, 2588 East Lake Road, and now 3934 Cat Claw Drive.
Now, back to Wylie Bulldog football. Powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keen 105.
Fourth down and 8. Ball at the Wichita Falls 30 as they're going to punt this away. Kendall Dorman, the kicker.
Calvin Tyner back to receive the kick. Ooh. There they got a block.
Yep, almost. Good bounce into Tyner's hands at the 36-yard line. He tries to get skinny and spins a couple of times. Good job. That is best DeAndre Hopkins impersonation. Cowboys fans probably open their mouth when I said that, but a couple of spins there by Tyner. We'll get the ball out to the 45-yard line.
Pretty good return. Yeah, that catch and run by DeAndre Hopkins against the Cowboys was about as good as I've seen. Now you're going to come back with Atwood. Here to finish off. Probably had more reps running the 2-minute offense.
Yeah, probably. 3 wide receivers to the right. Atwood in the gun. Short motion by Ramirez, and now he'll come all the way around. They'll fake the hand off to him. Throw it up for Keidel. Incomplete. Golly, a little bit underthrown. Seems like everything offensively just a little tentative, like just maybe afraid of making a mistake or something, and just right there, you just choke that thing. Throw it as far as you can and see what happens.
Little underthrown, but also looked like a ball that could have been caught.
Yeah, the receiver doesn't need to stop and reach back. Just chunk the ball. Throw it. Second down and 10. 4 wide receivers, 2 to both sides. Atwood going to escape the pocket, run to his right side, and he lowered his shoulder into the old number 32 there. Alan Ferris took the brunt of that one from pretty good-sized quarterback. 7-yard run. Gets into Wichita Falls High territory at the 48-yard line. Clock continues to roll. 49 seconds now for this Wylie offense, trying to put some points on the board here at the end of the first half, trailing 44-15. 2 wide receivers to both sides. Atwood, quick pass to Bailey Hicks. He'll be pushed out of bounds.
Rudely.
Yeah, it was rude, wasn't it? He was going to go out of bounds anyway. He didn't have to be mean.
That's right.
Gain of 5 to the 43-yard line, and that'll stop the clock with 36 seconds remaining. Homecoming 2018, so we'll have the induction into the Hall of Honor. We'll have homecoming queen announcement. Luckily, the rain is held off, so they look nice in their outfits tonight. Atwood rolls to his left on a first down and 10. Ball intended for Keidel, incomplete, over his head and out of bounds. That'll bring up second down.
Here comes Jazeer George. Coming in the ball game. Maybe we'll see something fancy here.
Second down and 10 for Wylie at the Wichita Falls High 43-yard line. Ball on the right hash. Jazeer George to the wide side of the field. The left side as Wylie travels right to left. And they're just going to sit him on a goal ball. Atwood throws it out there and
not enough on it. No. Definitely got behind him, or at least had a step on him.
That'll bring up third down. 26 seconds remaining in the first half. Third down and 10. Invite you to stick around for our Lawrence Hall halftime show. Lots coming your way. Started off with a quick interview with head coach Hugh Sandiford. We'll bring in Brian for the Abilene Teachers Federal Credit Union halftime scoreboard. We'll carry the homecoming queen ceremony for you as well. Sounds of pure gold and more. Pass thrown and caught to Parker Sanford.
Don't wind the clock. He picked up the first down. Supposed to be stopping the clock. There you go.
Pitch and catch of 11 for a Black Plumbing first down to the Wichita Falls High 32, and Atwood's just going to stand up and chunk it out of bounds to stop the clock. .14 seconds remaining. Second down and 10 for Wylie. Ball on the right hash. Traveling into the snack bar. How's that for a description? Tight end right, 3 wide receivers left. Atwood in the gun with Hicks to his right. Hicks on the wheel route. He's got him. 20-15-10. Wylie Bulldogs touchdown. Perfectly executed 2-minute drill by that Wylie offense as Bailey Hicks came out of the backfield on the wheel route for a 32-yard touchdown pass from Harrison Atwood. That was good. That was pretty. Coach Sandiford just made Levi's job at the half a little easier.
Well, 44-22 sounds a whole lot better.
Yeah, he'll be pleased with how they executed that 2-minute offense there for sure. Jackson McAden on for the extra point. Snap, good hold, kick is up, line drive kick, and good. With 8 seconds remaining, Wylie has cut this thing, I guess, in half. Is that fair?
That's fair.
Wichita Falls High 44, Wylie 22. You're listening to Bulldog Football powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keene 105.
At First Financial, we're celebrating our first 125 years.
And we wouldn't be here without our customers.
So thank you.
Thank you for entrusting us with your dreams.
Thanks for your commercial business.
And your personal business. Thank you for being part of our family. And making us part of yours.
Thanks to you, after 125 years, we're just getting started.
First Financial. You first. Member FDIC.
Now, back to Wylie Bulldog football. Powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keene 105.
Big Country Tire scoring summary, 8 plays, 55 yards, 1 minute and 12 seconds off the clock. Harrison Atwood to Bailey Hicks on a 32-yard touchdown pass with 8 seconds remaining in the first half, 44-22. Your score now. The Hercules line of tires at Big Country Tire come with a road hazard protection program that offers free replacement for any Hercules tire for 2 years or the first 50% of tread life. Stop by Big Country Tire today for that special offer. One of those nice directional high kick going to be caught at the 8-yard line. We need to get this Coyote on the ground, and they do quickly with 2 seconds remaining as Bird caught it on the kickoff return. Great coverage downfield by multiple Bulldogs, including Kenneth Bland, third. Who else was up in there? Tyler Martin. And number 49, Yazdani. Love that name. Can't say his name, Yazdani, without thinking about that cool band from the 80s and 90s, Yaz. Upstairs at Eric's. Anybody? No. Yeah, you're the one. You would know who Yaz is. You say Coyote.
I don't say Coyote. I say cow.
I got you. All right, that first half will finally come to an end. You think about it, Bill, that's an hour and 25-minute first half, which this day and age in high school football is a long first half. But what happens when you have 66 points scored in the first half as Levi will get ready for an interview with head coach Hugh Sandiford, brought to you by Maverick Saw Cutting and Core Drilling, providing core drilling, concrete cutting, flat sawing, and wall sawing. Call 788-7777. Levi down on the field with head coach Hugh Sandiford. Levi, down to you.
All right, Coach Sandiford. A lot of things not going the way you want them to go, but that was a great way to end the half. What are you looking for in this second half?
Well, we got to try to keep putting some pressure on them. You know, we gave them too many balls over the top of our head and for touchdowns and just kind of watching. So we've got to come back out, continue to play better, and hopefully get a few stops, put a little pressure, see how they play with a little pressure put on them.
All right, thanks, Coach. Again, Maverick Saw Cutting and Core Drilling can saw through layers of concrete with diamond blades for cutting floors, bridge decks, driveways, elevated slabs, pavement walls, and more. 3D imaging so there's no damage to anything under the concrete or inside the wall. They can even drill holes on a variety of sizes and depths, so don't be digging any post holes on your own. Call them at 788-7777 or Maverick Saw Cutting and Core Drilling.com. We'll take a break. We'll come back, kick off our Lawrence Hall halftime show next. Lots of stuff coming your way, including the sounds of the Pure Gold Marching Band. We'll have homecoming festivities. We'll try to bring that for you live as well. Brown will join us on the Abilene Teachers Federal Credit Union halftime scoreboard, all that and more coming up next here on Keen 105.
Bobcat of Abilene, the power behind your work. Over 30 years in sales, rental, parts, and service. If you have a job to do, we have the right tool rental. If you have questions, we have your solution. Visit Bobcat of Abilene today at 2257 South Treadaway. Active military, law enforcement, and first responders receive 10% off all equipment rentals. Bobcat of Abilene. Over 30 years in sales, rental, parts, and service. Bobcat of Abilene, the power behind your work.
Hey, Wylie Bulldog fans, if you want to keep up with school news, community news, sports news, or art news, check out Wylie Growl Magazine. Wylie Growl is the official magazine of the Wylie Independent School District, a full-color magazine highlighting all of the great accomplishments of Wylie students, and it keeps you up to date on what's happening in the district and in the community and features Wylie residents of all ages. For information on how to pick up your copy of Wylie Growl Magazine, go to WylieGrowl.com. It's great to be a Wylie Bulldog.
The Wylie All Sports Booster Club is a proud supporter of Bulldogs Live Online and their broadcasts of Wylie Sports and exists to support all Wylie sports.
Reason number one why you should become a member of the Wylie Booster Club. Did you know the Booster Club gives additional financial support to all sports, helping out where funding stops? This kind of support is impossible without the support of Wylie fans like you.
Be a part of this by joining the Wylie All Sports Booster Club today. For more info, check our website, AbileneWylieBulldogs.com.
When it comes to finding the right vehicle for you, there's no better place than right here at Lawrence Hall in Abilene.
For over 26 years, Lawrence Hall in Abilene has been the place to find the best from Chevy, Buick, and GMC.
And that's still true today. Great vehicles and great service. We're your West Texas source for all your vehicle needs.
So the next time you need a new car, truck, or SUV, come see us here at Lawrence Hall in Abilene today.
Voted Abilene's best new car dealer for over 20 years by you, our customer.
Now, back to Wylie Bulldog football. Powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keen 105.
Welcome to the Lawrence Hall halftime show here on Keen. Lawrence Hall Abilene offering the best from GM, Volkswagen, Lincoln, and Mazda, and the best customer service. Wylie trailing at the half, 44-22, but after getting behind 23-0, Wiley's outscored Wichita Falls High 22-21, so there is that. The game just did not start off Wiley's way as we take a look at some halftime highlights here. Wylie gets the ball first. They are having to punt it away from their own 24-yard line, and when they line up to punt, no punter in the game, and they finally get the punter in there. There's about 6-7 seconds left on the play clock. It looks like they rushed a little bit. Bad snap over the punter's head, ends up going out of the end zone for a safety, and then Wylie has the free kick, and they kick that away. Wichita Falls High and gets great field position at their own 46-yard line. A couple of plays later, they score to make it 9-0. They will score two more times. 3 touchdown passes in a row from Wichita Falls High quarterback Anthony Vargas, and it was 23-0 with 4:27 remaining in the first quarter before Wylie finally got on the board after that third touchdown pass from Vargas. Mr. Spiegel took a kickoff 85 yards to the house. Got to go reverse on the kickoff. Spiegel off to the races here. One man to beat midfield. 45-30, 35. Nobody's going to catch him. 25-20, 15-10. Jaden Spiegel out of Bulldog. Touchdown. Wylie on that touchdown will decide to go for two. Hanson hits Moore for the 2-point conversion with 4:13 remaining in the first quarter to make it 23-8. Vargas would throw his 4th touchdown pass of the night on the ensuing drive with 2:18 remaining in the first quarter to make it 30-8. They would also score another one to make it 37-8. Vargas' 5th touchdown pass of the night came with 8.5 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Then Wylie ends up recovering a bad snap on a punt at their own 5-yard line, and it was a pretty easy one. They only had to snap it one time before Hanson threw it to Moore in the end zone. Bullseye 5-yard line, play action pass. Hanson looking for Nathan Moore, and Wylie Bulldog touchdown. You've seen that a million times. They flood that right flat, pull back in the flat for a touchdown. Seen it a million times, and Wylie will cut into this lead. That extra point was good with 4:45 remaining in the first half to make it 37-15. And Wichita Falls High would add another touchdown, this time a Cherry 13-yard run to make it 44-15. Wylie gets the ball back with 1 minute and 20 seconds left in the first half, and they go on a really nice 8-play, 55-yard drive, just perfectly executing the 2-minute offense before Harrison Atwood hits Bailey Hicks on a wheel route for a 32-yard touchdown pass. Traveling into the snack bar. How's that for a description? Tight end right, 3 wide receivers left. Atwood in the gun with Hicks to his right. Hicks on the wheel route. He's got him. 20-15-10. Wylie Bulldogs touchdown. Perfectly executed 2-minute drill by that Wylie offense as Bailey Hicks came out of the backfield on the wheel route for a 32-yard touchdown pass from Harrison Atwood. That was good. That was pretty. That made it 44-22 with 8 seconds remaining in the first half, and that's where we stand here at halftime as the Wichita Falls High Band on the field. Lots coming your way here on our Lawrence Hall halftime show. Of course, the sounds of the Pure Gold Marching Band. We will also have the halftime festivities tonight for homecoming as they will announce this year's homecoming queen. So we'll try to carry that live for you as well. Brian Hobbs will join us on our Abilene Teachers Federal Credit Union halftime scoreboard. So lots more coming your way here tonight. Stick around with Wylie trailing at the half 44-22. More of the Lawrence Hall halftime show coming up next here on Keen 105.
Since 1890, the folks you know and trust at Haskell National Bank have proudly provided the latest in banking convenience. At Haskell National, we make it a point to get to know you and provide you with the personalized service you deserve. Stop by and visit Haskell National Bank, Buffalo Gap Road at South 32nd in Abilene, or 601 North 1st in Haskell, celebrating 125 years of continuous service.
Thank you.
Member FDIC.
You'll feel the difference when you have your AC unit serviced by ACS Heating and Air. ACS Heating and Air is family owned and operated. ACS provides service, preventative maintenance, and system replacement for commercial and residential. ACS Heating and Air also provides free estimate. ACS Heating and Air hope very much to earn your business, but their mission? To earn your trust. And don't forget to ask about the Comfort Care Program. Call 325-690-0998.
Tracking down the air leaks around my house helped me in my quest to go hunting. See, a little while back, I started stalking and sealing cracks around my windows and doorways. Before I knew it, it was open season on big electric bill savings. Those savings helped me pay for an extra day in the great outdoors, which to me is worth about a week anywhere else. Save energy, save money. Find out how at togetherwesave.com.
A message from your hometown co-op. It's Taylor Electric Cooperative in Merkel.
Hi, this is Trace Michaels, and I can tell you from experience that my child loved going to the dentist. What? My child loved going to the dentist, and the reason why is because he goes to Abilene Pediatric Dental Associates. They are the most trained and equipped people to provide dental care to all children. Abilene Pediatric Dental Associates is the home of Abilene's only board-certified pediatric dentist. If your child doesn't like to go to the dentist, give them a try. Abilene Pediatric Dental Associates. To get on board, call 325-437-5284.
Now, back to Wylie Bulldog football. Powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keen 105.
Welcome back into the Lawrence Hall halftime show here on Keen 105 with Wylie Bulldogs training the Wichita Falls High Coyotes
as I say it, high from high school, 44-22. Here at halftime, it is time for the Abilene Teachers Federal Credit Union halftime scoreboard. It's week 8 of the football season. It's hard to believe it's going by so quick. So let's take a look at some of the halftime scores we've got from around the area. We'll start off with the Abilene High Eagles, who are on the road tonight at Haltom. That is a long road trip for them. It is in the second quarter with 4:27 left in the first half. The Abilene High Eagles are getting blanked 21-0. Abilene High comes in at 5-2. Overall, 2-1 in district. That's they're in fourth place there with Haltom, of course, leading that district. Let's take a look over at District 2-5A, where the Cooper Cougars are playing the Amarillo Caprock tonight at home from over at Shotwell Stadium. That game just went to halftime. The Cooper Cougars are leading that one 14-0. Cooper comes in at 3-4, 2-1 overall in district. That's got them in third place for this week. Let's take a look at District 5-4A. We'll start off over there with the Stephenville Yellow Jackets, where Stephenville is at Waco La Vega tonight. And, of course, that's a tough schedule and tough district for Stephenville, with Waco La Vega, of course, in there with them. Waco La Vega is leading that game at halftime, 26-9. Stephenville comes in at 4-2, 1-0 in district. Brownwood Lions also coming in at 4-2, 1-0 on that district, and Brownwood is idle this week. Let's take a look at District 1-4A. We'll go out to see how Snyder is doing. Snyder's playing at home tonight versus Midland Greenwood. 2 minutes left to go in that contest before halftime. It is Midland Greenwood 35, Snyder Tigers 7. Snyder comes in tonight 5-1 overall, 2-0, tied for second place in their district on that one. Let's take a look at Sweetwater. Sweetwater is playing tonight against the Pecos, out there playing in Pecos tonight. That is actually a good game tonight. We've got them just starting to go to the third quarter. The Sweetwater Mustangs are tied with Pecos 21 all. Sweetwater is kind of having a down year this year, coming in at 0-6, coming in at 0-2 in their District 7th last place. Let's take a look at District 2-3A for the Colorado City Wolves. They are 6-0, undefeated, leading their district. Of course, they're playing a tough game tonight at home against Idalou, and the only score I have on that one is 0-0 at halftime. Trying to find out a better score for that, but I do have that at a 0-0 draw. Colorado City still undefeated. Let's take a look at District 3-3A. Let's start with the Eastland Mavericks. The Eastland Mavericks are playing over in Breckenridge, playing the Buckaroos tonight. 2 minutes left in that one before halftime. The Eastland Mavericks are up, leading that one 21-13. Eastland comes in at 5-1 overall, 1-0 in district, tied with Jim Nett at 1-0 in district on that one for the lead in that district as well. Let's take a look at the Clyde Bulldogs. Clyde is playing at home against the Early Longhorns. They're at halftime. Clyde is up big, 27-0. Clyde come in tonight at 2-4 on the season, 0-1 in district. Let's take a look at District 4-3A. Take a look at the Cisco Lobos. Cisco up big, 4:25 left in the second quarter, all over the TLC Academy Eagles out of San Angelo, 35-0. Clyde came in at 2-4 tonight as well. Take a look at District 4-3A. Let's see if we can check on Ballinger. I've got Ballinger. Ballinger up big. 1 minute 45 seconds left in the first half over Great Creek, 28-0. Ballinger came in tonight 4-2, 2-1 overall. Second place in district behind the 3-0 in district Cisco Lobos, of course. Let's take a look at the score for. We got the Anson Tigers. That's the same district along with Cisco and Ballinger. Anson 28, Coleman Blue Cat 6. That is 3 minutes 39 seconds left before halftime on that one. Coleman came in tonight with a 2-4 record, 1-2 overall in district. Let's take a look at one other game that I do have for you. Will be the very much undefeated and very powerful Hamlin Pied Vipers tonight. District 7-2A, they are 6-0, come in 1-0 on the season. Their district, leading their district, and Hamlin having no competition with the Haskell Indians at home. It's 42-6, 11 minutes and 52 seconds left in the third quarter on that one. Let's take a look around, see we've got some of our own district opponents. Taking a look at Randall. The Randall Raiders are up 24-0 over the Plainview Bulldogs. That's already gone into the third quarter. Take a look at Wichita Falls Ryder. Ryder, of course, is playing at Lubbock Cooper. Lubbock Cooper comes in also undefeated at 6-0, leading our district there. Lubbock Cooper is up at halftime 14-0 over the Wichita Falls Ryder, the Raiders. And that's about all the scores I have for you. That's going to do it here for the Abilene Teachers Federal Credit Union halftime scoreboard. We'll be back with more of the Lawrence Hall halftime show next here on Keen 105.
Hi, this is Trace Michaels, and I can tell you from experience that my child loved going to the dentist. What? My child loved going to the dentist, and the reason why is because he goes to ABILENE Pediatric Dental Associates. They are the most trained and equipped people to provide dental care to all children. ABILENE Pediatric Dental Associates is the home of ABILENE's only board-certified pediatric dentist. If your child doesn't like to go to the dentist, give them a try. ABILENE Pediatric Dental Associates. To get on board, call 325-437-5284.
Hi, I'm Darren Black, owner of Black Plumbing. For 24 years, Black Plumbing has been serving our neighbors, and we are proud to be a part of your community. In Abilene, call us at 325-675-8391. If you've ever wondered what services we provide, go to blackplumbing.com.
The pros who know are ready to go. Call on Black Plumbing. Help is on the way.
The WYLIE All Sports Booster Club is a proud supporter of Bulldogs Live Online and their broadcasts of WYLIE Sports and exists to support all WYLIE sports.
Reason number 4 why you should become a member of the WYLIE Booster Club. Did you know the Booster Club purchases much of the equipment in the doghouse, benefiting the entire WYLIE community? This type of support is impossible without the support of WYLIE fans like you.
Be a part of this by joining the WYLIE All Sports Booster Club today. For more info, check our website, AbileneWYLIEBulldogs.com.
At AIM Bank, we know your time matters. That's why we offer hometown service paired with big bank convenience. I'm Gary Galbraith, Market President for Abilene. At AIM Bank, you'll get quick loan decisions and convenient tools like our mobile banking app. When you open an account with us, you'll get free access to time-saving solutions, including mobile check deposit and over 600 ATMs right here in Texas. AIM Bank, hometown service, big bank convenience. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Were you born in a barn? You're letting all the AC out. A 30-minute shower? Come on. It's a full-time job following you kids around turning off lights. Do you have to leave the fridge door open the whole time you're in the kitchen?
Are you passing on good energy-saving habits? Save energy and money at togetherwesave.com.
A message from your hometown co-op. It's Taylor Electric Cooperative in Merkel.
Now, back to WYLIE Bulldog football. Powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Kane 105.
Welcome back into the Lawrence Hall halftime show here on Kane 105. Lawrence Hall, Abilene, offering the best from GM, Volkswagen, Lincoln, and Mazda, and the best customer service. As we take a look at some halftime statistics here tonight, Bill, for WYLIE Bulldogs total offense in that first half. Again, these are always unofficial for us. 169. Total yards, rushing 59, passing 110. And when you take a look at that first half, Bill, that's when your opponent threw up 422 yards of total offense in the first half. Not great. Of course, you did have the 85-yard kickoff return, if you want to put that into some all-purpose yardage there. But still, Bill, just offensively tonight, this Wichita Falls High team has been a juggernaut.
Yeah, and I don't know, Trace. It just seems like our secondary coverage has just been horrible. I mean, they've gotten behind us. They've gotten in the middle of us. Just like Coach Sanford said at halftime, we just let them get behind us too many times.
Yeah, we've certainly made Mr. Vargas, and he's been on point, but as you mentioned multiple times, receivers wide open. 18 of 22 in the first half, 351 yards for the Wichita Falls High quarterback and 5 touchdown passes. That's a heck of a night for that young man for sure. His favorite receiver so far in the first half, Isaiah Johnson with 8 catches, 181 yards. But the tough ones has been A.J. Bird, who's had 5 receptions for 114 yards, but he's been on the receiving end of 4 of the 5 Anthony Vargas touchdown receptions. So he's caught the ball 5 times. 4 of them have been to the hizzle. So that makes it for a tough night. The running back, Isaiah Cherry, 8 carries, 59 yards, and that's how you get to 422 yards of total offense for Wichita Falls High. Bailey Hicks leading the way. Jackson Hanson leading the way offensively on the ground with 6 carries, 32 yards. Atwood a carry for 7. Bailey Hicks 6 carries for 20 yards. Both quarterbacks playing here tonight, 56 yards passing for Harrison Atwood, 54 yards passing for Jackson Hanson. So far tonight, 5 different receivers catching the ball for Wylie, led by Bailey Hicks, 3 receptions, 47 yards. All right, let's send it down to the field for tonight's edition of the Sounds of the Pure Gold Marching Band, brought to you by our friends at Intune Music and Sound. Here you go. Sounds of the Pure Gold Marching Band, brought to you by our friends at Intune Music and Sound. They can help you with band and orchestra instruments and repair, help you find a new guitar, keyboard, or amp, or locate whatever piece of music or other accessory you might be searching for. Intune Music and Sound, your nationally known, locally owned music store at 221 Grape Street, 677-2471. Before we send it to break, we'll leave you with some more sound, the Pure Gold Marching Band.
Betty Rose's Little Brisket has gotten bigger. 2 new locations for full-service dining, daily lunch specials, and a happy hour that begins daily at 4 p.m. with additional appetizers. Plus live music twice a week on the Triple B porch at each location. The newest location, 3934 Cat Claw Drive, even has a full bar. And the best food made from scratch is at Betty Rose's. Betty Rose's, 2588 East Lake Road, and now 3934 Cat Claw Drive. Maverick Saw Cutting and Cord Drilling is a proud sponsor of WYLIE Athletics. Maverick Saw Cutting and Cord Drilling will save you time and money with the latest technology, including concrete cutting, live wire and rebar detection, structural analysis in real time, precision wall cutting, and cord drilling from standard concrete to highly abrasive concrete. Maverick Saw Cutting and Cord Drilling, 325-788-7777, or go to mavericksawcutting.com. Go Bulldogs!
Is it sprained? Is it strained? Is it fractured? Should I use ice or should I use heat? Wow, do we need a surgeon? Abilene Bone and Joint and Action Sports Medicine has your answer to your questions. Saturday mornings beginning August 8th through football season, come for free sports evaluations from 9 until 11 a.m. There's an x-ray and open MRI on site which will speed your diagnosis. Action helps you get back in the action. 1633 Cottonwood. Call them at 676-5633. Action. Excellence in sports medicine and physical therapy.
Hey there.
Hey there.
My son's going to help me.
Come to help me.
Yep, it's the copy game.
Copy game.
I could say anything right now, and he'd repeat it. I just love Brussels sprouts.
I just love, hey.
I'm careful what I say around him. I also try to make sure I pass on good energy-saving habits. You should, too. Save energy and money at TogetherWeSave.com. You know, my dad is the coolest.
My dad thinks he's funny.
A message from your hometown co-op. It's Taylor Electric Cooperative in Merkel.
Ladies and gentlemen, meet John. John is a middle-class guy. Hello. John likes his sports talk. John likes his news talk. John likes rock and roll. That's right. John reads the sports section and the business section. John likes the game of billiards. John likes 8-ball and 9-ball and those fancy trick shots. John has plenty of room at his house for a pool table and maybe a game table. And maybe some game room chairs. And maybe a, dare I say it, yes, maybe even a bar. And right over there, John could put shuffleboard or air hockey or foosball. John will decide when he goes to Abilene Billiard Connection. Then John's wife will come in and decide what color and style. As long as John gets his billiard table, he doesn't give a rat's patootie. Really, a man's home is his castle. And in John's castle, there will be a game room. Abilene Billiard Connection is at 2950 North 1st. So John...
Now, back to WYLIE Bulldog football. Powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on King 105.
Back into the Lawrence Hall halftime show. It is homecoming 2018 as we get ready to turn it over to the PA announcer for tonight's homecoming queen festivities.
Yay!
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Alexis Coleman. Ladies first, the ball is practice first. Good Randall, the game of the lane. Kippy first, the late game. Cynthia Jeffrey was work first, for she is a member of the Gateway High School. While attending Raleigh High School, Cynthia has been involved in varsity volleyball, track, and cheerleading. Cynthia is a member of FCA, Ryan School, Ryan High, is a Western Jersey National District. She was an Abilene before the year was started. Cynthia is a varsity guy starting and participated in volleyball in Mission Avenue. After graduation, Cynthia plans on attending University. She is escorted by her father, Cynthia. Thank you, gentlemen. Well, attending Raleigh High School, Madison has been involved in track, basketball, volleyball, cross country, as well as being a varsity cheerleader for 2 years. Madison has also been active in student council, student recruiting, FBA, and national competition. She has participated in the volleyball, winning American Flag, and try high jump. After graduation, Madison plans on attending the she received her team of all Madison is escorted by her father, Kevin. Madison. Devin Porter is the daughter of Dustin and Erica. She's also involved after graduation. Devin plans to attend Devin is escorted by Dustin. Ladies and gentlemen, Devin. The homecoming queen for the sport will be crowned by Duncan Bacon, son of Ricky and Melinda Bacon, John Ellis, son of Brianna Heather, Justin Laram, son of Chris and Sherry Laram, Toby Moore, son of and Josh Stewart, son of now, ladies and gentlemen, Raleigh High School homecoming queen for 2018, Alexis Gomez. Yeah. That makes me very happy, Bill. Alexis, I've known Alexis since she was little bitty. She was at Southwood Church, and I was pastoring there. Oh, really? Yeah. So her dad down there, he and I coached her little brother in baseball. So she is an outstanding young lady. Good. That makes me very excited. That's really cool. Alexis Gomez, she's a special young lady. So I think they said she was president of the senior class. Yeah, as well. Yeah, she's something else. Her dad there was a pilot in the Air Force. Just a great young lady. So that makes me really excited. It's the first all these years of us doing it. I know you've known many of the homecoming queens because of your relationship. You know, your kids going to school here, but that's the first I've known, so that's pretty exciting. Well, that's good. Yeah, pretty happy for Alexis. Good stuff there. So Alexis Gomez, and homecoming queen for this year. That'll wrap it up for our Lawrence Hall halftime show. We'll take one final break. When we come back, we will kick off your second half of football. Wylie in the hole, 44-22 to Wichita Falls Rider. Hopefully they can get back in this thing, make it interesting here in the second half. Stick around and find out as we kick off the third quarter next year on King 105.
Since 1890, the folks you know and trust at Haskell National Bank have proudly provided the latest in banking convenience. At Haskell National, we make it a point to get to know you and provide you with the personalized service you deserve. Stop by and visit Haskell National Bank, Buffalo Gap Road at South 32nd in Abilene, or 601 North 1st in Haskell, celebrating 125 years of continuous service.
Thank you.
Member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Darren Black, owner of Black Plumbing. For 24 years, Black Plumbing has been serving our neighbors, and we are proud to be a part of your community. In Abilene, call us at 325-675-8391. If you've ever wondered what services we provide, go to blackplumbing.com.
The pros who know are ready to go. Call on Black Plumbing. Help is on the way.
Betty Rose's Little Brisket has gotten bigger. 2 new locations for full-service dining, daily lunch specials, and a happy hour that begins daily at 4 p.m. with additional appetizers. Plus live music twice a week on the Triple B porch at each location. The newest location, 3934 Cat Claw Drive, even has a full bar. And the best food made from scratch is at Betty Rose's. Betty Rose's, 2588 Eastlake Road, and now 3934 Cat Claw Drive.
Now, back to Wylie Bulldog football. Powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on King 105.
All right, Lawrenceville halftime show in the books with Alexis Gomez, your homecoming queen for homecoming 2018. Time third quarter brought to you by Edible Arrangements at 4102 Buffalo Gap Road. Open 7 days a week. See all of their really cool edible arrangements at ediblearrangements.com. Saw one this past week, Bill. I think it was like some fruit, some cookies, and they do all sorts of cool stuff over there.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, sir.
The one I've seen has been all fruit.
Yep, I like that too. Good stuff. EdibleArrangements.com, or stop by their store there on Buffalo Gap Road, 4102 Buffalo Gap Road in that shopping center. Right in there, kind of where that Little Caesar, which is Mini Stop, all that's right in there. Nice high kick to get our second half started. We'll drive Bird back to the 6-yard line. And he will be covered up at the 13-yard line as he just slides down because the purple shirts were converging.
Yeah,
Great coverage by Braxton Ward. Let's see who else was up in there. Kenneth Bland, the third again tonight. He's done a great job on kickoff coverage a couple of times tonight. All right, need to have a much better second half here.
Yeah, I bet Coach Martin was pretty active at halftime about the coverage part of his defense.
Yeah, I think so. Hopefully we've made some adjustments and keep these guys in check, score several touchdowns, and win. And off the inside to Cherry, and he's going to have a first down. There was just a hole inside. Then he just kind of little jump cut. And next thing you know, he's got a first down. It can be slow to get up, though.
It's a pretty good shot from, like it might have been Brody Baker.
A gain of 10 or 11. Be first down and 10 at the Coyote 27-yard line.
There you go.
I did hear the guy for the band say Coyote, but I went outside when Brian was doing the scoreboard. I just kind of went and walked around, got a breath of fresh air, and I heard the band guy on the PA say Coyote. So I'm going with that in the second half. There's a pass to number 80.
Again, right in the middle of the field, running wide open.
That's a little bitty guy, 5'7", 155 sophomore, Kalen Sapp. That's a nice gain up to the 46-yard line, gain of about 19 on the play. And another Wichita Falls High first down. 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side for Anthony Vargas. And the gun, as always, back to pass, looking left side. Threw that a little bit too high, intended for Trey McKenzie. So Vargas off the mark will bring up second down and 10.
Yeah, and one of the reasons he was a little high with it is he got a little pressure on him that time from, that was number 64. That's the sophomore they just brought up, Zach Garza. Doing a good job of getting some penetration back there and getting a hand in his face.
How about that? Bring up a sophomore for homecoming. I bet he didn't sleep a wink last night. He'll sleep like a baby tonight, won't he? They didn't get much last night. He'll be exhausted after this. Vargas back to pass here on a second down and 10. Pressure again, and intended for Isaiah Cherry. He couldn't hang on in the flat. He might have had some room to run, but this is two plays in a row with pressure.
Yeah, that's again, they're coming with Rasmus Ham came on a blitz that time from his linebacker spot. The quarterback immediately threw it right behind where he came from, which has been good. They've done that 2 or 3 times tonight, so I'm sure that's a little hot route. Just dropped that one.
Third down at 10. Ball to Wichita Falls High, 46-yard line. Vargas back to pass, looking across the middle, and he's got a man open.
Oh, my God.
McKenzie going to catch it. Ball on the ground, but it's going to be recovered by McKenzie. Rasmus Ham in the coverage and on the tackle. That is going to be another first down for Wichita Falls High at the Wylie 35-yard line. They do have guys running free, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Two wide receivers to each side of the formation this time with the back to the right of Vargas. Ball at the Wylie 35-yard line right hash. Coyotes traveling left to right now here in the third quarter. Play action pass. Vargas going to roll to his right. He's got his man Bird. Got to be tackled right in front of the Wylie bench by Jaden Spiegel. Gain of about 7 on the play to the Bulldog 28-yard line. Spotted at the 29, actually. So it'll be second down and 4 after a 6-yard gain. Just underway here in the second half. 44-22. Your score. This is the opening drive of the second half. Wichita Falls High making their way down to the Wylie 30 or 29-yard line. Less under 10 minutes to play in the edible arrangement third quarter. 4 wide receivers through to the left. Vargas back. Just a little flare route out to the back. There we go. Rasmus Ham going to pop him. Boy, I tell you what, both coaches letting this quarterback have it. I don't know if they remember that he threw 5 touchdowns in the first half or not.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'd even have him in the game.
Yeah, 3-touchdown lead. 22 points, but just 3 touchdowns.
Same deal. Rasmus Ham coming on the blitz from the slot, leaving that guy wide open, but unable to come up with the catch.
And that was Isaiah Cherry, slow to get up after he took a shot there. Couldn't tell him. Was that Gus Davis that hit him out there in the flat? So, I think so. So it'll be third down and 4 at the Wylie 29-yard line. Ball on the right hash with 3 wide receivers left side of the field. Single receiver to the right is the 4-touchdown A.J. Bird. Vargas handed off inside. Running back will slip, but I think he had enough to get to the sticks. I think that was Ada Brown, number 21, on the call, and he does have a Black Fleming first down right at the chains. The 25-yard line will be first down and 10.
Some turnover action wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, for real. We needed how about a pick 6? Down for that. 4 wide receivers, 3 left side. Vargas going to hand it left side to Ada Brown again. This time he is not going to find a whole lot of room inside. Good penetration by Dayton Barnes and a couple of other Wylie defenders in there. Brody Baker, I think, in it as well. Yep, number 88. And that'll be a pickup of about 2 on the play.
Like Dayton Barnes lost his helmet. That's set out of play. Kamen Brown coming in the ball game for him.
So second down and 8 for, they're going to say, well, they only gave him 1. So second and 9 at the 24-yard line. 4 wide receivers for Wichita Falls High. Play action pass right side. Man over the middle caught, and that is going to be a Coyote touchdown to Trey McKenzie of 24 yards.
Ouch. Well, they're just kind of putting on a clinic of throwing and catching and protecting the quarterback. Do all 3 of those, and you've got a pretty good chance of being successful throwing the football.
No doubt. Extra point up and no good. Wide left. With 8:25 remaining in the third quarter, your score now, Wichita Falls High 50. Wylie 22. Listen to Bulldog Football powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keen 105. More next.
If this is your idea of going to the dentist, it's time for you to make a change. At Borland Family Dentistry, we'll make your smile beautiful and healthy with a simple checkup, or by using one of the most advanced cosmetic procedures. Let's make your smile something to smile about. Borland Family Dentistry. 2 great dentists, 1 awesome team. Borland Family Dentistry. You'll love your smile again. Now, same-day appointments. 695-3300.
Now, back to Wylie Bulldog football. Powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keen 105.
50-22 after the touchdown pass for Wichita Falls High. Vargas and McKenzie for 24 yards, 8:25 remaining edible arrangements third quarter. Now, obviously, Wylie going to have to score every time they get the ball. And going to get on a couple of stops here. Short kick going to be caught by Tyner at the 27-yard line. Looking for some room in the middle, and I think he might have fumbled the football. He did, and Wichita Falls High has it. So the short kick in the middle of the field, fumbled by Calvin Tyner, and Wichita Falls High will have it at the Wylie 40-yard line. Well, first half didn't start good with the bad snap over the center's head for a safety, or bad snap over the punter's head, for a safety. And now we got a turnover on the kickoff return after a touchdown. They're going to try to get a one-hit quit on this one, and they got it. That is a 40-yard touchdown pass from Vargas to number 4, Isaiah Johnson. Oh, one-hit quit.
Yeah, don't know if the cornerback or the safety, they both just kind of walked up to each other and shaking their heads. I don't know if this...
That is 2 touchdowns in 13 seconds. So fumble on the kickoff return. Score right after one play. And your score now, Wichita Falls High 57. Wylie 22. You listen to Bulldog Football powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keen 105.
You'll feel the difference when you have your AC unit serviced by ACS Heating and Air. ACS Heating and Air is family owned and operated. ACS provides service, preventative maintenance, and system replacement for commercial and residential. ACS Heating and Air also provides free estimates. ACS Heating and Air hope very much to earn your business, but their mission? To earn your trust. And don't forget to ask about the Comfort Care Program. Call 325-690-0998.
Now, back to Wylie Bulldog football. Powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keen 105.
Well, Bill, we came to homecoming 2018 and an arena football game is broken out. Yeah. That is the 7th touchdown pass thrown tonight by Wichita Falls High quarterback Anthony Vargas. Do you think those receivers are that fast? Or do you think we're blowing coverage? I don't. Or what is the deal? I don't know, but they're wide open and behind us every time. Yeah, it's interesting. Ramirez, good hard return, easy pass. He's going to get it out to the 38-yard line. I don't know. I mean, that's
5 that just kind of look identical. Atwood's going to start the game here in the third quarter.
First down and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 38-yard line. 3 wide receivers, 2 backs in the backfield with Atwood. Fake it to Hicks, throws it up, and off the hands of Nathan Moore, unable to bring that one in, and that'll bring up second down. Pass caught by Ramirez, and the left flat. He will be pulled down.
Fumbled the ball, but I think they ruled him down.
It's going to be a gain of 7 to the 45-yard line.
Wichita Falls team not only got kind of got it going on us offensively, but they are really laying some licks on our. They got some hitters on this team.
The 3rd down and 3 for the Bulldogs. Atwood handoff right side.
Looks like he's about got it. Hicks up in there. Looks like they're going to spot him a little bit short. 4th down. About a half a yard. I wouldn't worry about field position at this point. Would you?
No.
Well, it doesn't matter if you punt it, give them 70, make them drive the length of the field. So far, hadn't been able to keep them from doing that. Our best chance to keep it away from them.
There you quarterback go. Sneak for Atwood to the 50-yard line. He will have a Black Plumbing 1st down. Gain of 3 on the play. Atwood back to pass. He'll hit Nathan Moore in the flat, breaks the tackle, and runs over another guy, and his helmet comes flying off.
Tell you what, that's pretty good stuff right there.
He is a good-looking football player.
He is. I like him.
I think if we had about 6, 7 more of Nathan Moore's, we'd be in a little bit better shape. Don't you? He's just a hard-nosed player. Atwood back to pass, looking for Hicks. That's going to be incomplete. Flat.
Bring up 2nd and 10.
Second down and 10 for Wylie at the Wichita Falls High 39. 3 wide receivers, tight end, running back. Atwood back to pass. He's going to go deep left side and intended for Keidel, incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd down.
Like he kind of made up his mind who he was going to throw to that time. A little ahead of time, didn't he?
Yeah.
Kind of throwing into big-time double coverage.
Third down and 10 for the Bulldogs, 4 wide receivers. Atwood going to roll to his right, little RPO action there, and he's just going to keep it. He could have thrown it deep if he wanted, could have pitched it to Hicks. He had multiple options. Kept it and went around the end for a gain of 4 to the 35-yard line.
A lot of speed on this Wichita Falls team. Guys get cornerbacks are fast. Evidently, their receivers are extremely fast.
Fourth down and 6. Atwood back to pass.
Oh,
across the middle for Parker Sanford, couldn't connect, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
A little bit behind him.
Swing pass here for Wichita Falls High, and Brazos-Ham, he was just in the mix of that whole thing. Blew it up, didn't he? Sure did.
Little swing pass out in the flat. Brazos fought off a block and made the tackle.
57-22, 5 minutes left in the edible arrangement's third quarter as Wylie just turning it over on downs. Brazos-Ham making a good play there, 2nd and 13. For the Coyotes, it doesn't matter what we called them, has it? No. 4 wide, 3 left this time for quarterback Anthony Vargas. He 7 touchdown. Oh, Brazos-Ham made him pay that time, but they hit the back in the flat for a gain of,
yeah, you can get by with that. But you got to have that cornerback on that side come up and make a good one-on-one tackle. You got the receivers that have the kind of ability that these guys do. That's not an easy task. Well, when you're up 57-22 and you got your starting quarterback in there, you don't still chunking the ball. Can't gripe too much about him coming up a little gimpy.
No, timeout on the field with 4:24 remaining in the third quarter. 57-22, Wichita Falls High will take a break here on Keen 105.
At First Financial, we're celebrating our first 125 years.
And we wouldn't be here without our customers.
So thank you.
Thank you for entrusting us with your dreams.
Thanks for your commercial business.
And your personal business.
Thank you for being part of our family.
And making us part of yours.
Thanks to you, after 125 years, we're just getting started.
First Financial. You first. Member FDIC.
Now, back to Wylie Bulldog football. Powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keen 105.
Timeout on the field taken by, well, I'm not even sure who it was. Okay, Wichita Falls High took that timeout. They just taking that timeout off the scoreboard there for us, so we can tell 3rd and 4. And a slant route going to be caught by Johnson, and that might be one of your answers there, Bill, if it's speed or not, because he just outran everybody in the secondary to the end zone for a touchdown. So that might not tell you. 59-yard touchdown pass from Vargas to Johnson. That was about an 8-yard slant that went 59 yards. So you were wondering, is it coverage or is it speed? That was a little bit of speed right there.
Right there it was. Maybe a little lack of speed on our part.
Yeah. Extra point up and good. With 4 minutes, 14 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Your score, Wichita Falls High 64. Wylie 22. You're listening to Bulldog Football, powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keen 105.
Were you born in a barn? You're letting all the AC out. A 30-minute shower? Come on. It's a full-time job following you kids around turning off lights. Do you have to leave the fridge door open the whole time you're in the kitchen?
Are you passing on good energy-saving habits? Save energy and money at togetherwesave.com.
A message from your hometown co-op. It's Taylor Electric Cooperative in Merkel.
Now, back to Wylie Bulldog football. Powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keen 105.
4:14 remaining in the third quarter, and it has been all Wichita Falls High tonight. That is the 8th touchdown pass for Coyote quarterback Vargas. 8. I guess maybe he's trying to break that record of that kid from Stanford a couple of weeks ago. Had, 12? Trying to go for the record.
Maybe so.
You know, it's time to shut it down if you're them. I mean, you got to. Levi down on the Nelson Construction sideline, Mike. Your thoughts of what you're seeing, sir?
Just not seeing anything that I really like. There's really what hurts me the most is just seeing a lot of mistakes that could be deleted. And I don't know. I don't have the answers for it, but it's rough watching it when they finally get something rolling. They do something bad just to shoot themselves in the foot, and hopefully they can get it straightened out.
That was back to pass. Going to find. They were trying to set that up on the backside to Mr. George, weren't they?
Yeah, got it to him. Got it for about 8 or 9 yards. You can tell he's got a little different gear than probably every other player on our team.
Yeah, Jazir George, the sophomore, just pulled up before last week's district opener. That'll be a Black Plumbing first down, gain of 10 right to the midfield stripe. 4 wide receivers, 2 to either side, as you're going to have Atwood in the gun, sending Nathan Moore across the formation in motion. They will roll to the right. Now backside draw to Bailey Hicks, picking his way through a couple of Coyote defenders, and he will pick up exactly 10. So 2 consecutive 10-yard plays for the Wylie offense, 2 consecutive Black Plumbing first downs.
You know, you're talking about Nathan Moore. I'd take 10 more guys on the field like Bailey Hicks also.
Yeah.
From the first game through this one, he's been consistent. 100% of his, you get all his effort on every single play.
First down and 10 for the Wylie offense. 2 tight end set. Lone set back, 2 wides. Pressure inside coming from multiple Wichita Falls High players. 32 Balin Ferris forcing Atwood to just throw that away. Second down and 10. 3 wide receivers. Atwood in the backfield looking to throw. That ball is going to be high, but Parker Sanford's going to climb the ladder and get to it. Good catch there, number 38, for a gain of 9 to the 31-yard line. Wylie going to hustle up. Going to go a little tempo here now. On a 3rd down and 1.
About a foot.
Yeah, this maybe we're going to try to go long count. Nope. We're going to hand it to Nathan Moore right side. He'll get the Black Plumbing first down easily and get it down to the 26-yard line, gain of 5 for Nathan Moore. First carry of the night for Nathan.
Yeah, he's caught a couple passes out of flat as he has all year.
So Black Plumbing first down at the Wichita Falls High 26. Atwood back to pass, rolling right, pressured. Throws back across his body and behind. Aiden Keitel incomplete, and that'll bring up second down. 64. Forgot about the last one. 64-22 with 1:53 remaining. I can keep up with all of them.
You know, speaking of throwing back across your body, how about the way Patrick Mahomes does that?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen another quarterback able to?
It's unbelievable. Really is unbelievable.
It's fun to watch.
Most of the time you tell people not to do that. Andy Reid's not saying anything to Mahomes. Atwood back to pass, and he can't find anybody, keeping himself right up the gut, and he'll pick up about a yard to the 25-yard line. And that was a lot of fun last week watching Kansas City and New England go at it. And think about the bad start Chiefs had there in the first half. If he could have played as well as he did in the second half and the first half, who knows how that game. Did you notice early in that game when he came out and they had that, camera that's on the cables? He was looking at that thing like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah. We got to jump off sides here.
Yep. Ball start. Now I'll move it back to the 30-yard line. Heard somebody in the crowd go, oh, my gosh. I think that is the general sentiment of this season, where we've seen that false start happen a lot when we get close to the ACS heating and air red zone. We tend to see Pest Patrol penalty flags.
Even though that is the first one of the night.
Second one, is it? And had one on the final drive of that first quarter drive down there at the 10-yard line. Atwood back to pass, dancing around, looking for somebody to throw it to, and he's going to incomplete. Intended for Brody Baker, unable to haul that in, and that was a good throw from Atwood. You're right, that's got to be caught, and I think Brody Baker would say the same. He knows he's got to catch that pass. It'll bring up 4th down and 15. And those are the things that have haunted this team, isn't it? You hear Coach Sanford talk about it, whether it be in a halftime interview and reading it in Jordan's articles in the Reporter News, Coach's show with me, making plays. Just been unable to this whole season make plays like they typically do. 4th down and 14, ball at the 30-yard line, back to passes. Atwood looking deep. Receiver falls down, incomplete. We'll have a turnover on downs. Second one of the second half, which you might expect. He ain't going to punt here in the second half. There's no reason for it. Yep. Their quarterback staying in, Bill. Let's see if they're going to still sling it around.
Yeah. Well, it is the other team's homecoming. Still, I don't know that I've seen. He's thinking about some kind of records or something. Now, well, who was it we watched do this a couple of years ago? The quarterback got hurt. Yep.
Handoff left side to Cherry. Cherry will be down the Wichita Falls High sideline for a Black Plumbing first down before finally pushed out of bounds at the Coyote 49. I've just decided I'm going to call them both, Coyote and Coyote. You good with that?
Yeah.
And according to Merriam-Webster Dictionary, they're both acceptable. So, good with that, Brian? Bill, we're going to let Brian do play-by-play for the fourth quarter. You and I head on out. All right. First down and 10. 4 wide receivers for Old High. Vargas going to flip it out in the flat to the back. It's in the slot. That's going to be caught. You know, I'm not saying they're still throwing the ball, but, you know, that's really just a toss. That's a sweep play. That's their offense. You know, so.
The only thing I don't like about it is they got the quarterback.
Yeah, I don't like that just for injury. But, you know, when I look down the roster, I don't see another QB listed.
Yeah, there was one during the warm-ups that was throwing it pretty well.
Yeah, I just don't see another name with a QB beside his name on the roster that we've been given. And we are through 3 here at Bulldog Stadium with the Dogs trailing 64-22. We'll come back for fourth quarter action next here on King 105.
You'll feel the difference when you have your AC unit serviced by ACS Heating and Air. ACS Heating and Air is family owned and operated. ACS provides service, preventative maintenance, and system replacement for commercial and residential. ACS Heating and Air also provides free estimates. ACS Heating and Air hope very much to earn your business, but their mission? To earn your trust. And don't forget to ask about the Comfort Care Program. Call 325-690-0998.
Now, back to Wylie Bulldog football. Powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on King 105.
64-22 as we head into the fourth quarter of homecoming 2018. Again, congratulations to Alexis Gomez, named the homecoming queen tonight during halftime festivities. Good night for her, not a good night for the football team as they are down 42 points here. And Old High threatening again. And I tell you what, he's giving it all he's got. That pass was caught in the backfield, but Brazos Ham is going to drop Trey McKenzie for a 3-yard loss, bring up second down and 15 from the Wylie 35-yard line.
It's really hard to do. They've got a blocker out there on him. He's playing off of him and making the tackle. Pretty athletic.
Second down and 15. 4 wide receivers. 2-by-2 set here. Handoff left side to Cherry. Pass patrol penalty flag going to fly. Sure that's going to be a holding call. That penalty will move them all the way back to midfield. A second down and, I don't know, 30?
Yeah.
Must have been more than a holding call than a personal foul.
Parker Sanford doing a good job of chasing Vargas out of the pocket, make it just throw it out of bounds, get rid of the ball.
First part about that, though, is to stop the clock.
Yeah.
Third down and 30. Inside handoff goes to Cherry. He's going to be jumped on and ridden down to the ground by Dayton Barnes. Brazos Ham in there as well.
Like a punt for the second time.
Yeah. Ball at the Wylie 43-yard line. Calvin Tyner will go back to the 10-yard line. Well, they've kind of been discombobulated tonight on special teams, haven't they?
They really have.
Kind of interesting. Low line drive kick going to hit at the 14-yard line. Takes a Wylie bounce, will roll into the end zone for a touchback. Interesting sound there. The crowd mic maybe taking on some moisture out there. Hand off left side to Bailey Hicks. He'll have a run of 7 yards to the 27-yard line. Get some interference with the PA in our crowd mic. Interesting. Second down and 3 at the Wylie 27-yard line. 4 wide receivers, 3 over to the right side. Atwood's going to keep it. Oh, nice little spin move by Harrison Atwood, and he's going to have a Black Plumbing first down. Job there by Harrison. Pick up 5 to the 32-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 for the Bulldogs. 4 wide receivers. To each side of the formation here with Atwood in the gun. Straight drop back. Looking across the middle here, going deep. Intended for Keidel, off his hand, and incomplete.
Ball was kind of pretty much right on the money.
Yeah, it's a good throw. Second down and 10. Same 2-by-2 set here for the Wylie offense. Now Nathan Moore will go in motion across the formation here in the fourth quarter. Wylie traveling left to right. Looking to set up a screen, and Wichita Falls High sniffed that one out. Can you hear that, Bill? You can hear the PA. The PA, and that's not like coming through our crowd mic. That's like a wiring issue all of a sudden. That's kind of strange. We've had a couple of strange things technically happen here at the stadium this year. Since they rewired everything to put in that big Jumbotron. It's been a weird year. 4 wides and a wing here on this formation on a third down and 10 at the Wylie 32-yard line. Watch out, Harrison eluding one. Get open. Oh, my gosh. And 2 Wylie receivers running into each other. That's kind of a season, a microcosm right there, isn't it?
Yeah. Having 2 guys in the same spot. It's bad in and of itself, but when they run into each other and nearly knock each other out.
That was maybe they were in the same area because of scramble drill, scramble drill action,
probably.
But running into each other. This is kind of the way this odd season has gone. Test patrol penalty flag on the field. Illegal participation, I think, is going to be the call. I think Wichita Falls High has too many men on the field. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12. Yep. So that'll make it 4th and 5. Sure, Coach Sandifer will still punt this away at his own 38-yard line. 8.5 minutes remaining in the ball game, trailing 64-22. Punt away, end over end. Got a good medium kick, taking a really good Bulldog bounce. Will roll all the way down to the 18-yard line. I thank our friends at Animal Health and Medical Center of Abilene. Dr. Bolt has been a proud supporter of our broadcast since day one. Full-service medical and surgical center, state-of-the-art laser surgery and monitoring equipment, video ear scope, dental care, geriatric health screening available, also a full in-house lab. They do 24-hour Coggins testing at 7550 US 8384 South. Get more information by calling 695-7140 or visit them online at ahmcbolt.com. That's Animal Health and Medical Center of Abilene. So first down and 10 for Wichita Falls High at their own 18-yard line, leading 64-22, 8 minutes remaining in the ball game.
And Vargas still in the ball game. Most of the receivers are too.
Yeah, and he just handed it off.
I know. But what if you're the backup quarterback?
Well, I can tell you, I don't see another guy listed as the quarterback on the roster. I'm sure they have an emergency guy, but
no, I mean they had two that were throwing routes during the pregame. I was trying to figure out which one of them was the starter.
Now, Curly back in the studio said on Max Preps, number 2, Zach Williams, the safety, is listed as the other quarterback. Maybe he's terrible.
Well, he's got a pretty good cushion.
I hated going out. I didn't want to run it up, but you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to get to be the one to kneel down the victory formation. I'm the one that threw all the touchdowns. Why didn't he get? Probably won't get hurt if he just keeps handing it off, right? I'm with you. I wouldn't take any chances. You got a kid that can throw 8 touchdown passes in the game. You might want to take him out so he doesn't get hurt. Isaiah Cherry,
he's had a rough night getting up empty a few times. But they've got three running backs that they use.
Yeah.
So they got one of them's got to be in the game.
Well, if you look over there from a number standpoint, yeah, they don't have a lot of depth. No, they really don't. They don't have a lot of fans either.
Or they got a bunch of cheerleaders. They're worn smooth out.
Yeah, they've had a lot to cheer for tonight, no doubt. Second down at 5. Old High 35-yard line. Clock down to 5:45. Handoff up the middle. Gain of about 4 on the play to the 39-yard line. Take a second to thank our friends at Abilene Window and Door, largest window and door showroom in West Texas, located at 4233 Sales Boulevard here in Abilene. Drop by or see them at AbileneGlass.com. That's Abilene Window and Door. To our Player of the Game program. I know Matt, volleyball and those other sports, win or lose, he'll throw out a Player of the Game. We've never done that. Maybe every once in a while, right? I don't know who would pick tonight. No, so we just want to give my thank you and be done with it. Third down and 1. the Wichita Falls High 39. Mike Fleming first down on the inside handoff. Now, good news is they just had 3 offensive linemen run into each other there, Bill. And up on the ground to do that. So it could happen to anybody.
Yeah, but
when
they do it, they still pick up the first down.
First down and 10 for Wichita Falls High. They're on the 42-yard line. Interesting look we hadn't seen from him. A little sniffer back. Handoff will go left side. Off the purple jersey around that running back that time. Barnes, Ham, Smith, Damon Brown. Calling his name tonight. First time. 61. Second down and 14, Bill? 13, 14? 13 or 14. 64-22, 3.5 minutes remaining in the game. Certainly taking their time to milk this down. They want to get on the bus and get out of here, don't they?
Yeah, probably half of them. Another half would like to get it up to 70.
Hand off right side to Cherry. Wow, somebody... Jerry ended up running right up the back of his wide receiver out there. Looked like he was almost about to get a piggyback ride from number 12, Alec Ward. The gain of 9-ish, just shy of the sticks. Well, notice they're not stopping the clock ever now. They're running this thing continuously. Just merciful. Because normally they would have stopped it when they moved the chains there. It never did stop. I've noticed after we punted that to them that before they ever snapped it on offense, we were already running the clock. Weird being on the other end of so many of these this year, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, I know for years and years and years, Bill, we would sit here in the third and fourth quarter, be up, several touchdowns, thinking of things to talk about. Yeah, that's one thing, but be on the other end of it, trying to think of things to talk about. You can't even think straight.
No, we were usually a little premature talking about who we're going to play next week, blah, blah, blah. Right now, I'm not even sure who we play next week, but I'm not looking forward to it. Hate to say that.
Well, our big question is, do we want to leave early enough to stop in Lubbock to eat before finishing the trip to Canyon? We probably should do that. Stop in Lubbock, get out and stretch our legs and eat. Then you really have a good nap. Or we could, because we have a driver now. Brian can drive. I'm sleeping. And off inside of Cherry. That was nice last week. That was only the second time in 20 years I slept on the way home. Huh, Bill?
When was the other time?
We took a van. We took a van to Wimberley, and Josh Hinton drove back, remember? I got in that back seat in that van and slept the whole way back. Once in 20 years. Till last week. And next week, number 3. Third down and 3. Clock now at 1 minute. So we are about done with this one. Tough one, coming into this one, Bill. I just had this sense that we were going to win this ball game, be 1-1 in district, everything would be right in the world. This wasn't to be. If you look at that first play where we snapped the ball over the punter's head for a safety, and then we had to kick that thing away, it was 9-0 before our offense got back on the field for that second drive. And then just all the wide receivers running free. It was just one of those weird games, and that is how it will end. That will be the final play of this ball game here tonight for homecoming 2018. Not the way you want homecoming to end, as your Wylie Bulldogs are going to fall to 0-2 in district play. Taking a real beating tonight from Wichita Falls High. Final score 64-22. That'll wrap it up for our broadcast here tonight from Bulldog Stadium. I'll talk to Coach Sandiford about this one on Wednesday night on the Action Sports Medicine Hugh Sandiford Show at 6 here on Keen 105. And then, of course, pregame next Friday from Canyon Randall at 6:30, kickoff at 7. For our complete broadcast schedule, go to our website at BulldogsLiveOnline.com. That'll wrap it up for us tonight from Homecoming 2018, 64-22, your final. We'll see you next time here on Keen 105.
KEAN-FM, Abilene, Texas. Number 1 for New Country.
Country Nights. Sam Alex Luke nominated for Best New Artist at the CMA Awards November 14th on ABC. Will be live on the red carpet. Also nominated